look at there. Our screen is missing. Why?
I don't know.
Hold on. I will fix that. Is that better now? There we go. I don't.
There we
The
are.
screen was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to show up right now. How's everybody doing tonight? We just got in the door. We went to go look at another house, which I don't understand. Yeah, you see what we ended up with. We live under that concrete bridge right there.
That's the building. Thank you very much. It has walls and a ceiling.
Does it have windows?
It does. There's no glass.
Just
in
no
the,
glass.
windows.
No glass in the windows. Scuba's touching things again. Yeah, it looked roomy.
Yeah, it looks roomy. Yeah.
I swear, man. We saw the house tonight, and the house was okay. It was definitely not one that we're like, oh, this is the perfect house. It was okay. And then the real estate agent pretty much said, yeah, you're right across the street. Huh?
I said, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, you're basically right across the street from low-income housing. Just thought I'd let you know that. Really? Why would you tell me that now? After we've already looked at the house and everything. Tell me that beforehand.
Yeah.
I gotta get, I did make some juice. Hold on a second. Which is probably out in the car now.
Oh, no, it's in my purse.
Well, I'm out.
I grabbed it for you.
The flavoring that Timekeeper sent was cinnamon something or another, and then vanilla ice cream. So I made some vanilla nuts today with the vanilla ice cream, and I'm vaping it now, and it's actually pretty good. You can barely tell the difference that I see, but that's using it in the SX Mini. I need to try it in in a giant tank, so I can get this big giant vape off of it and see if I can tell the differences. I mean, there's a difference there, but not a really substantial, difference that I can see, at least yet. I mean, it is brand new, so it hasn't had time to steep yet. Which I like vanilla nuts fresh anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I do have the rebuildable tank inside of here, that Pioneer.RBA that I got for the VI class. Let me shake this up again, because I literally barely shook it and vaped it. So the real estate agent wasn't packing. Well, the first sign that I knew something was wrong, dire thing, was the house had an alarm on it, and I'm like, why do they need an alarm on this house? And that's why. So it's just, one of them things. I personally don't want to have to worry every time I leave my house if I'm going to come back to an empty one. That's just me. I don't want to live somewhere where I have to worry about all my stuff. So, there we go. Oh, window bars are usually what you have around here for those neighborhoods. Yeah, the bars on the windows. Yeah, that's definitely a big sign. I did get a sticker in today from Jade. I didn't even know they were going to send that, but they did. And a nice little note that Munchkin still has.
No, I handed it back to you.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, it was a nice note, but here's the sticker. Pennsylvania PPG right there. Boom. So you may have to.
Not gonna happen, Dolores.
No.
I'm not doing freaking inspections every 6 months for them to come poke around and not fix anything. And no, done.
Yeah, that's that. Cut the vanilla custard a tad and bump up the vanilla ice cream. Well, now you tell me, Timekeeper. That is a good idea, because the vanilla custard's already up pretty high anyway. So maybe if I bump that down and then go up with the vanilla ice cream, that could make a big difference, I think.
There are houses out there. So far we have found. We've only been really looking for 2 weeks.
We found two good ones.
2 unicorns.
Two really nice houses. The second house we found,
We didn't even get a chance to go look at it.
yeah, we didn't even get to go look at it. I was like, it just hit the market, and before we could even get there, it was done. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Try the Nilla Nuts and Asgard Mini. That's a good idea, Cloud Checker. I don't know if I have that ready to go. I don't even know where the Asgard Mini is, to be honest with you. It's somewhere around here. I ordered some stuff. 4% vanilla ice cream. Okay, yeah, because it's only at 2.5% now, so that's definitely more than what I put.
I agree with the landmines, Richard, but I don't want to get blood all over my siding. Yeah, no, I don't even, no matter where we rent, Dolores, if there's a property manager, they do inspections every 6 months and come through and I
Yeah,
mean,
rent to
like,
own. No. We're going to buy a house. It's just difficult to find one right now. The freaking interest rates are through the roof. Everybody thinks they can sell their house for $1 million, and it looks like
yeah.
it's
Well,
a
yeah, and
piece
we're
of
coming
stick.
off of what was a seller's market, and
Yeah.
a lot of the people around here haven't gotten the memo.
Well, they need to get the memo because I'm
Yeah,
not.
they don't realize they can't sell their house for what they think it is. But yeah, I mean there's if there's one out there where they'll do seller financing, if the terms are good, that's fine, but those are kind of rare.
So
So there's something going to be out there.
another thing that happened while we were looking at that house, the first house, I got dizzy, and I was like, I don't know why I'm dizzy. I got dizzy. My hands were shaking. I pretty much just kneeled on the floor and was like, yeah, just give me a minute. So,
And you were still taller than the kitchen counter.
huh?
I said you were still taller than the kitchen counter.
Yes, I was still taller than the kitchen counter. So I end up, we left there and I stopped at the 7-Eleven. Now, why that 7-Eleven had 9 people in line and they had 2 cashiers going, I have no idea. Well, I know why. Because the lottery's at $1.35 billion. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait till everybody got their tickets, And I got up to the front of the line and I was just trying to get something quick to eat and a drink. So I got that. And the guy behind the counter was like, so do you want some lottery tickets? I was like, you know what? Everybody else got some. Give me some. I'll take my chance on the $1.35 billion.
Right.
So I got 5 numbers, but it's tonight. Well, I do have tickets. If we win, hey, we can buy whatever we want then.
The interest and the taxes, you can.
Well, somebody's gonna have to give me the
claim
numbers
those.
because we rarely ever watch local TV. That's the only thing I watch is YouTube. I don't watch anything else. So, yeah, you can't win if you don't play. You're right. But the numbers I got look really. Only one number looks good out of the 5 numbers I got. And I don't know if he
only one
did.
number looks good.
The way it starts off, like one of them starts off, the lowest number was 11.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lower number than that, like a 2
Not
or a 3.
necessarily.
Well, I'm just saying. Apparently in Canada, it's a thing.
No, yeah, being able to get tax breaks because you pay your mortgage. Well, what never made any sense to me is people are like, well, I want to pay off my mortgage. And people are like, no, because then you can't deduct your interest. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not making a mortgage payment. So why would I want to pay interest so I can deduct a portion of it rather than not have a mortgage payment? You still get to deduct your property taxes.
Hey, that's a good idea, Cherokee. The good thing is the loan officer's been working with us. Apparently, my credit score came up even more. So
did mine.
We can and Munchkins. So now we qualify for VHDA or whatever that is, Virginia Housing Development Authority. I don't know. It's just a better
Yeah, Talion, you can't do that here.
They give you
You get
like
you don't
part of
get
the down
shit
payment and
for
stuff.
rental. Hell, our rent payments don't even they don't even impact your credit score because landlords cannot report rental payments, which is stupid. Individual landlords can't report to the credit bureaus. There's a reason behind that because they don't want any old Tom, Dick, and Harry to be able to report erroneous bullshit to people's credit reports, but still.
Yeah, Cloud Chucker, that does not surprise me. Sony's always done slick stuff like that. Oh, we're going to release a slim version now. But yet we're still charging $10 more than everybody else on our games, and we don't have any games. They're trying to, but hell, Xbox is in the same boat, honestly. Microsoft, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Dire Thing and Creed. I understand both of those points, but people don't necessarily get that. They just immediately are like, no, it's better to have your mortgage, and it's not. There is no black and white across the board for stuff
These
like
still work really good for cleaning glasses. It just made my glasses spotless.
Good.
Every time I try to wipe it with my shirt or
I
something
don't understand
soft,
how your glasses get so dirty. I really don't understand how they're always covered
because
in fingerprints.
what happens is usually if I turn my head quick or something, they move, and when I go to grab them, my finger will barely touch it. Next thing you know, there's fingerprints on there. Or if I have to push them up real quick, I might miss.
Well, you right here and then on the temples. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, on the temples. Usually my hands, I got something in my hands. So. They're trying to abolish it all. Hell, they already took away nicotine from them, Cherokee. So now they're just trying to take it all away. That figures.
Well, my coworkers' glasses are filthy like that too, and I'm like, I don't even know how you can walk around.
I told her to get some of these, but she didn't pay me no attention. I told her to get some Peeps. There was something else really big that I wanted to talk about tonight, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if any of y'all have been through this. Hey, Eric, what's up? Tell Jade, thank you for the sticker and the very kind note that she put in the
I love her thank you notes. Those are cute.
I did, yeah. What did it say? Something effing, flocking.
No, flocking with flamingos all over it.
Flocking.
Thanks a flocking lot or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks a flocking lot. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It's just really disheartening to go and find these houses, and then when we find the ones we really like,
Other
that
people
video.
like them too.
Munchkin's seen that video.
Mm-hmm.
With like, I don't know, that must have been what, 20, 25 guys flying a paramotor. I shared it in the group if y'all haven't seen it yet. It was in memoriam of a guy that was an instructor in South Africa that taught paramotoring and paragliding, I do believe, or parachute. I'm not sure. And teached. He taught.
Yes, there you go.
Look, I ain't even had my drink yet. I don't think straight until I have a drink.
He teached.
I taught a tall putty tat, and then he
I did.
So he died from a heart attack, though. He did not die from a paramotor injury or anything like that. But I thought it was really cool. I mean, all the funeral processions and stuff with the cars, you can't beat freaking like 25 paramotors flying overhead. It was a pretty sight. It was, I thought.
That was pretty cool.
He needs to drink to speak English.
He doesn't English well without alcohol.
I can still speak English. Junior is unhappy.
Why?
He's very loud.
I don't hear a thing, so your shit must be working this time.
Hey, that's good. Breeze is looking marvelous tonight.
The first house that we saw tonight, we were trying to figure out what color it was inside because the agent was like, Does this look purple to you? It looked like they painted
Hey, Kelvin,
over
how you doing?
purple. So it was like, oh, shit, this candle's done. So like the purple was like coming through the white.
I want to
But
show
no.
y'all the sink of the first house we went to. You are going to, it's going to flip your crap. This is the sink, the kitchen sink in the first house.
The only kitchen sink.
Do you see that my hand is almost as big as that sink? This sink was 13 inches across and 15 inches from the back to the front. So if I put my flashlight on it, the flashlight went all the way across.
Yeah.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
But that is the only sink in the kitchen.
Then we went and saw this house, I mean, whoa. This is the one that's in the not so good part of town and has a house alarm on it. And it's clean inside. There's the laundry room there. I like the tile and stuff they have in the bathroom.
And have the nice deep tubs. Yeah.
I like the thermostat. It was neat. The one good thing about that is the AC system in there.
Bars in the windows.
As soon as you turn on the heat, man, it would blow you out of there. That heat was no joke. It was like.
I mean, I don't. You know, a lot of people with the nests and all that stuff, having a house alarm is not that alarming. I mean, it's not. We got a Wise doorbell. I'm not paying for Ring because I'm not paying for a doorbell.
It had a Ring
Wise
doorbell too.
Yeah. Well, the agent owns it, so they've cleaned it up. They've repainted. They put in new carpet. They put in a new tub and then promptly dropped something in the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's about to show that right now.
Yeah.
Look at this tub with the repair in the bottom, which I think I do show it. I know I'm going to show it here in a second. Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I know, right, Cherokee? The house is way cleaner than your damn phone. It's filthy.
The vents were in the ceiling. I mean, it was an okay place. It didn't have. Now, this is the big thing. It didn't have a garage. It didn't have
a hammer.
It didn't have a shed either. It had a nice fridge and stove.
Almost flashed Sabrina's cleavage at everything.
That one had a decent sized sink. That was the other house.
I really liked the kitchen. It's not in a bad neighborhood. It's next to one.
Yes, there you go.
And it's on the street that it's on is basically a cut through between two of the main roads. So say you were going to run from the cops. That's probably what we'd probably go down that road. I loved the kitchen. The kitchen was huge. The cabinets were nice and simple. Big refrigerator, nice stove with the over the range microwave. The sink was a good size with a lovely little pendant light hanging over the sink. I really, really liked the kitchen. If you saw the big curtains in the living room, that's the sliding glass door. So both exits to the house are in the same room, which is kind of weird. There's no back door. There's just a side door.
I will explain when she's done.
Go ahead. I can tell you would like to speak.
My case is broken, as you can see. That is why my phone looks like this. I ordered a case, and matter of fact, it's a brand new case right here, but it's the wrong case for my phone, so I had to order another.
I told you that you needed to get the Max.
Well, yeah, I got the 10XS, but I need a 10XS Max. So, anyways, so my phone out of this case is nice and clean, but this cover, this plastic cover, it's very old, and you can't really clean it that good. And that glass cleaner is not made for something like this anyway. That's too wide, I'm pretty sure.
I don't like outer boxes because they're too thick. If I wanted to buy a brick for a phone, I'd just buy a brick for a phone.
I can get it around there, but it's stretching it, and it's like permanently scratched into there. I can't get that off.
No, dire thing. It's the wrong kind of neighborhood for a meth lab. It would mostly be a trap house that got flipped, but it's not directly across the street from the projects. All the houses on that street are nice. The projects are down the street and across the street. So you take a left out of the driveway,
Yeah,
and
that's the one
then
where I got
you're
dizzy
across
there.
that street. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true. I got dizzy in that house, and I was like, man, why am I dizzy?
Yeah, but that's because he didn't eat all day. So.
Well, that's what we think. Could have been meth lab related.
You felt better when you ate, right? I didn't get dizzy. It's not like
Yeah.
I have a some type of. Yeah, me
Take
and
the
Sabrina
phone
were
out. If I
fine.
take the phone out, it's going to get messed up. I'll take the phone out, but I don't even know why I'm trying to pry on this thing.
Not that kind of OtterBox, Eric.
Is that
That kind
better?
of show. Just saying.
I mean, it's smudged right now, but that's just from. I've cleaned this off. This has got another cover. I don't know if you can see it, but there's another cover on the phone.
It's
So,
possible timekeeper.
and the light makes it look way worse than it is. It's just a little dusty.
We don't have anything available here to test his blood sugar.
You can see the little lines. I wish it stopped showing up. Yeah, you can see where there's little air bubbles in there. I didn't get it all the way sealed down on there good. Well, I'm still pushing water out of it apparently. But yeah, the only reason I have this cover, I got a new one coming tomorrow, and then I can put the cover back on. All right. So, but I do want to try and use this Nilla Nuts, but now I don't have enough flavoring like Timekeeper said. I'm going to have to redo this some kind of way, or just add more flavoring. I was already at 2.5%.
If you like it, why don't you just vape that? You'll go through that so quick, and then you can just make more.
Yeah, I could make more, but I want to, you know.
Oh, he's going to drop it, Dolores.
Do not drop my phone, yeah.
So we're going to see another house tomorrow at 1. Let me pull that one up.
Yeah, the good thing about the one we're going to see tomorrow. Hey, Jade, we were just talking about you earlier. Thank you for the sticker and the nice note. I got it today, so.
Hey, Jade.
Thank you.
I wasn't even. I
didn't even know Jade was sending that. I know I won, but I didn't think they were going to send it. This is she did. So good. Yeah, the one we're going to see tomorrow has 2 garages. Not 1, 2 garages. That I like.
It's about the same square footage, but the layout's a little different. So I think the living room is a lot bigger.
Jade, is my pleasure. If I can help you out anymore, let me know. I mean, that's just what I do. Oh man, this is good.
3 pictures in a row.
Yeah, the problem was I was literally on the last little bit of key lime cookie, and before I ran out, I was like, you know, it's Friday. I got a show coming up. I might as well go ahead and make some of this Nilla Nuts and see how it tastes, which it's actually really good. Even without bumping it up, it's still really good. I just can't tell that much of difference between the vanilla bean ice cream and the vanilla ice cream. I mean, they're both vanilla ice creams, just one is vanilla bean, so.
No, it's not a mobile home. They're just old. Let's see. I mean, not as old as some of the.
There's no picture of the other garage. Oh, you showed a picture of it? Yeah. Do you get the boat for free? Right?
I gotta go look on the MLS to see what.
If you could show them the one that we just lost out on, what was it on? Armstrong? No.
Yes.
Was that the 2-story one? Yeah, I want y'all to see the one we lost. We lost before our real estate agent could even make it to the house. Somebody had already bought the house before we even made it there.
No, they didn't buy it. They had an offer on it that we couldn't beat.
Okay, they put an offer on it before we got there.
So she texted him today.
Yeah, look at that house.
Now he's got 3 more offers, all are which more than we can beat. So now there's 3 other people fighting over the same house. I love this house though, but yeah.
Yeah, when y'all see that house, you can be like, oh man. I mean, granted, it didn't have a garage, but it did have a shed out back and a giant carport. I could work with that. So yeah, as you can see, there are houses out there. It's just rare to find nice ones like the one Munchkin just posted. And by the time we tried to get it, it was gone, or it was outbid.
Not necessarily true anymore. A lot of the people that I see buying houses are single women.
Whoa. That's a lot of house, isn't it, Dire Thing? That's a lot of house for 200.
Somebody and yet there's literal crack houses. Wait, no, the one on Armstrong. Who cares? On the one on Armstrong.
Yeah, the one on Armstrong literally was such a big house.
That one is a block away from $1 million houses. Like the very next street over is waterfront, where they're $1 million houses. That's as close as we're gonna get. I can see the $1 million houses from upstairs. But yeah,
we can see them. We just can't touch them. They're just right there. Mm-hmm. It was right by the waterfront. No, we've been trying CDC. It's not too late. We're still looking. Everyone that we've really liked and tried to get, we've gotten outbid on. For lack of a better term, we got outbid on. They put in a better offer than we can.
The Blue House has recent plumbing issues. What makes you think that?
The first house we found, somebody paid cash, so they already had sold their house. They had cash just waiting to burn, just boom, cash money. Mm-hmm. We can't compete with that. I don't got $200-something thousand.
Now, a lot of the houses that we're looking at, even hey Dewey's, the ones that we're looking at. So here's what we got, right? Okay. So you've got unicorns like the Fox Hill one or the one on Armstrong that I just showed you that have just been very well taken care of. We have 12 to 1,500 square feet houses where when you look at the pictures, you're like, oh my God, people actually live there, because they're literal dumpster fires. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have the opposite end where you have houses that were built in the 40s that they've come in and renovated it and they're flipping it. They've renovated the whole thing, Dire Thing. So I don't know. I don't know. This one, the one on Evelyn, was built in 1965. So if the yard was ripped up, yeah, that would probably be a plumbing issue. Between certain part in the yard, then it becomes the city problem from that point out into the middle of the street. So it really depends on what it is.
Whoa. I was about to bust another glass tank.
And also a couple of years ago, like I said, this one has been recently renovated. So yeah. The only thing with this one is $2,099. This is $100 less than the one on Armstrong. And it's about 300 square feet less. But it does have 2 garages. So, you know, that's what you got. If you're going to get the size, then you're sacrificing new shiny. And I understand new shiny appliances and laminate floors are pretty much just putting lipstick on a house. But I want that lipstick. I don't want appliances. I don't want a refrigerator from 1990. You know what I mean? I don't want an oven with. I want new fucking appliances. That's just.
I'm trying to find a good tank that I can put.
Damn, that is awesome.
This juice in. I bought a trike in Louisiana, and we live in northern Louisiana. And Randy are going to drive 5 hours. Wow, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least I could. You know what? I couldn't even help you if I wanted to with that, Eric, because I don't have
Right.
anything to pick up a trike in.
Well, I mean, and a lot of the smaller ones, you know what I mean, DeMillan. Some of these houses, the appliances are old, and you get what's ever in the house. But some of these pictures, I'm like, there was one picture that I looked at that literally, if you look in the back of the picture, you can see a dude with no shirt on, probably in his boxer shorts, sitting on the couch. Just a big fat naked guy sitting on the couch in the back. And this house looks like they just ran some homeless people out of it. So, and it's the same price. So it's like it's all over the place. It's all over the place.
Very true.
He does, but here's the thing, CDC, is our loan will not approve a handyman special.
That's the problem. So we can't buy one that we need to fix up because we won't get approved for the loan that way. It has to pass inspection.
Why do you live where you do? Because I've lived here my entire life, and this is where my job is. Yeah, but Deweese, you usually kind of make them, cover them up, get them out of the room, make sure they're not in the shot. Yeah. I mean, no, Dolores, I don't mind going in and repainting. I don't mind, putting on a new cabinet door, fixing some hinges, something like that. I don't want to go in and have to rip all the carpet up to find that there's damaged wood underneath it, I don't want to have to replace all the freaking light fixtures in the house or replace all the doors, yeah. There's certain things I don't mind doing, but there's certain stuff that, okay, if I'm going to pay this much for this house, it needs to be done already. And like I said, coming off a seller's market, these people think they can put lipstick on a pig, or not even. Just they throw the pig out there and they're like, 250,000. We're not doing any repairs. Well, that's why your house is still on the market after 87 days. So have fun with that. There'll be something out there. I mean, the house we just saw, I love the kitchen. The kitchen was nice and big. Dark cabinets, laminate floors. I like that. I don't care if it's gas or electric. Either way, it really doesn't matter to me. But
all right, I got to get the buildy cam working first. But I guess I'm just gonna try it on the Kylan Mini because I can't find any of the other tanks right now that are even close to being ready to build on. So all I'm doing is gonna put cotton in this anyway.
Yeah, I'm just amazed. Like some of these people that take pictures of their house to sell,
yeah,
they didn't even vacuum first. Talion, I have heard that too. They're not banning gas stoves. They want to put regulations in to make sure that there's proper ventilation if you have a gas stove, which is always a good idea if you're using gas. I mean, you would think that would be up to the homeowner to make sure they don't gas themselves in their own kitchen. But
you know
we
what?
are talking about people. So.
Munchkin and I did not know. We did not know they do not any longer make blinds with cords on them.
Yeah, I was looking at the mini blinds and I called her. I was like, Sabrina, something's missing. And she came in. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, how do you get the blinds up? And she just lifted them. And I was like, well, how do you put them back down? And she pulled them back down. They don't make mini blinds with drawstrings to pull them up anymore. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that was like, whoa! I didn't know they started doing that.
She was laughing at me because I'm like, how's it work?
I guess you have to be in a newer house before you know that type of stuff because it's like I didn't know that.
Breeze, yes and no. I could understand if it's new construction. You know what I mean? And you're putting a gas stove in there, that it needs to be built to code and that it has to have proper ventilation. Just like people with gas furnaces have to make sure that they have proper equipment. going backwards and making anybody that has a gas stove redo their kitchen. No, that's stupid. For new construction, I don't see why it would be a problem to make sure it's proper.
I'm kind of glad they did that with the blinds though, because you keep
Those
hearing
fucking
about all these
strings always
people.
break anyway.
Well, they usually break, but if a kid can get strangled on the cords, good for them for getting rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
I have personally never had a house with cords that were strong enough to strangle a child because they're usually dry rotted, ripped and cut and torn. And yeah, I have seen that cats can, because cats are stupid and get tangled up in them. But yeah, I mean, these are their original, these are metal mini blinds. Can you hear them? Yeah, they're metal and they haven't been cleaned in just as long as they're in here. But
Okay. I've already pulsed this guy, so it's already good and ready to go here. I just got to pop this cotton in its wicking hole and then wick it up or juice it up. And then we'll get to see what this Nilla Nuts really tastes like in a bigger atomizer than, this is just kind of small to give it a real good test. So
yeah, well, I don't know what they would consider proper ventilation. I would imagine vent fans or something like that. But Energy Star requirements, that's not a rating for
you can
like
see how
safety
clear
codes.
that looks. That's because this is very new juice. If it was steeped, it would look like a more of a golden color, but that's coming out like clear.
We can't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you'll see it in a minute then if you're watching the stream.
I think their codes and building codes are a good idea.
Who was using a big boy mod, right?
I think my sister would have appreciated if the people that put the addition on her first house followed building codes, because the kids kept telling us that it hurt when they opened the front door, right? And we just thought they had lost their minds, because what are you talking about? Now, I don't know if the kids always had sweaty little clammy hands, but we found out when we went to open the door with wet hands that somehow when they did the addition to the house, the wiring was done wrong and it was grounded. So if you touched the front doorknob with wet hands, you would electrocute yourself. We have no idea how long the children were electrocuting themselves before we realized it. But
that's hilarious.
Just thought it hurts when I open the door. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean it hurts when you open the door? Yeah, it got to the point where when it rained, you could literally peek through the crack and see it raining because the addition wasn't properly attached to the rest. So yeah, building codes are a good thing. Yeah, but involuntarily so, Harry. Yeah.
All right. Get this airflow open too. Wow, there we go. I think we're good now. Why is that not focusing? Thank you.
I don't know.
Low poke camera.
Now, like, there's bits and pieces. Like, I saw a house earlier that I would never even, it's not even on the list to go look at. But it had wooden walls and it had the little stone corner with the stone going up the walls with a wood burning stove, and I like that. I dig that. I think that would be awesome for a den. So there's like bits and pieces of a lot of houses that I've seen, but obviously I can't have all of that. But my main concern is the kitchen. I want it to have a nice kitchen and I want it to have a garage so he can put all of his shit.
People are giving me crap because I'm using a full size mod, which I haven't in a while.
You've been carrying around little pod mods.
The weird thing is, this is this is not the Evdillo. This is the Guar 21. This is the same batteries that's been in here all this time. I've never changed them. It's still full. I'd say 2 weeks at the most.
I'm out of juice.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
You're out of juice. What? Oh, does she want people to see her tattoo?
No.
Her birthday
No,
present?
her tattoos.
Today's my
Today
birthday.
is Katie's birthday, y'all. She's old.
She's 40.
She's getting there.
No.
So she was born on Friday the 13th, and now she's got a birthday on Friday the 13th.
Yep. Thank you.
It'll take a minute for them to. There we go. Welcome
No,
to the
not yet.
downside
She's
of life.
Still got 2 more years before she starts to go downhill.
Oh no, I've felt it.
Wait, she's 38? No.
She's 28.
That's what I thought. What do you mean 2 more years? It's not 30 where you go downhill. It's 40.
It's 30 when you have 3 kids.
That might be true. Oh, wow. This is a big difference from vaping that little bitty mod to the big one.
Thank you, Breeze and Timekeeper.
Lose 3 years of your youth per child.
And Dolores and Dom Long.
Okay, it definitely has a different taste. I'm going to let this cotton break in better, though. Yeah, everybody's telling you happy birthday.
Yeah.
I got Katie a birthday present. It just isn't here yet.
No, but I still don't know what it is.
What is wrong with that one?
Adam and Eve was out of stock.
You know,
all the sex toys.
I like the outside. My concern is it was built in 1937. So
yeah,
I'm concerned with the size of the rooms upstairs. That stairwell looks awfully fucking narrow, and I don't know how we'd get any of our furniture up there. It also does not have it. I mean, it's kind of got a shed. I can't tell if that in picture 21, if that is a shadow or if that is a burn mark on the wall.
For which house?
This is the Bay Avenue one, the little red one. And there's not really, there's a little tiny shed, but yeah, 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. It's only 962 square feet. That's going to be tiny.
21.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that does look like a burn. Or it could be just crappy camera, but I would say since there's a mark on the left side of that window, that's probably somebody had a lamp right there and it put a burn mark on the ceiling.
Yeah, and I mean,
with a very hot bulb.
I like it. I think it's cute, but 1937, I can only imagine that the heating and cooling costs probably aren't going to be that great. Yeah. And it's been there for a hot minute, which makes me wonder why. The longer things are on there, it really makes me wonder if
25 years newer than my house. Wow.
A bad home inspection or something like that, you know what I mean? Shit, there's a couple that we looked at were built in the 1900s. But now construction back then was probably a little bit better, but you know, it's just old houses come with their own set of problems. Yeah.
You know, CDC, a lot of those older houses like that have really good bones in them. You know what I mean? The wood in it's really good. I like old houses like that. And when they take those and redo them, but still leave some of the original stuff, what is up, Hot Buttered Steve? How you doing, man? If y'all haven't seen Hot Buttered Steve videos or Hot Butter Productions, he also flies a paramotor. Y'all need to watch his videos. That man has lost his ever-loving mind, but it's funny.
Dolores, in a lot of the houses that were built that old, the wiring has been upgraded because in order to upgrade the electrical box to something that would actually power modern appliances, they also have to upgrade the wiring. Well, you can't just replace the box without doing the wiring.
Some of the houses that we've looked at have been really close to the beach, like Buckrow Beach. Buckrow. I always say Buckrow, like
but it's one word, Buckrow.
Buckrow. Anyways.
Why does it sound like you're clucking like a chicken? Buckrow, 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 buckrow.
Why
Don't
do you
need
want
to-
all these chickens? Because.
Because you're over enunciating. Just buckrow.
Because. Anyways, it would be. The good thing about that is there would be a beach that I could take off from. The bad thing about that is the area where that is right by Langley Air Force Base. So I would have to get permission every time I'd want to fly, which would suck. But
What the hell are yellow pine bugs, Wally?
I
We
think
don't-
that
Jake's got chickens. Look
Yeah.
at all those chickens.
I don't know what video Munchkin showed me, but the guy was asking his wife, "Why do you want all these chickens?" And she was just like, "Because." It was hilarious. Because
I love chickens too, especially with hot sauce on them and on a bun.
I like
They're
chickens.
tasty.
It was funny. So the lower half of Hampton, the southwest corner of Hampton is Class G airspace. I can fly there all I want. What, I went back to paramotoring and you don't want to hear it? I got
Well, I
lots.
just knew it was coming.
Well, because
That's
because
all right.
I want to be able to fly where I don't want to have to drive 30, 45 minutes just to be able to go fly. That's all I'm saying.
Dear, there's nowhere around here where you're going to be able to take off from your yard unless you want to live out in bumfuck Egypt on a well and septic and make me
See-
drive an hour to work.
No, I don't want to have to drive an hour from work, but
We are surrounded by military bases.
I really don't want to be a
You
well
are
and
going
septic
to
also.
have to call a tower somewhere and say, I'm taking off. Cool, cool. All right.
Well, Langley
I know
Air
you
Force
hate
Base.
talking to people, but you're going to have to.
Langley Air Force Base is actually pretty cool about it. As long as they're not doing drills with their jets, you're pretty good. If they're doing drills, they're going to tell you no. Because I've seen those jets and they fly way too low. Way too low.
Eric said build something. He didn't come here to talk
Eric's
paramount.
screwing with me. He is trolling me hard. We built a mod. I didn't come here to talk paramotor.
Wally, I did think about that. I was actually looking up manufactured housing. It is very difficult around here to find a lot that is already clear cut that is accessible to city water. So I found a couple that, no, I just made him do it the other day. I found a couple that are already cleared, and they've got access to city utilities. They're just either way more than I'd want to spend. I'm not going to spend $100,000 on a lot, or they're not in a good area. The ones further out don't have perk tests done yet, so you'd have to have that done. But I am considering if we have to go that route, because some of those manufactured homes are nice as shit. You can get
Eric,
a lot more for your money that way.
My 3D printer, I don't think can print this big of an object, like this long. Maybe I do have a 3D printer. The main reason I don't want to,
box right there.
I don't know what kind of plastic they use on this one. This is the PPG Smoke one, by the way, version 2. But
Are you showing off your shuttlecock again?
yes, I got a big. So I don't want. The main reason I don't want to use 3D ones is because if they get really hot, they melt and deform. So I don't want. Now you can buy certain materials that you 3D print that won't melt like that, but I don't have those with me. Deweese is like, what? So no, that is called a chase cam. I did buy one of those little GoPro Sessions, Hero 5 or Session, and it I'm gonna put that on the chase cam. But before I ever do that, I'm going to be I do look.
He's
Hot
got
Buttered
all
Steve.
the cameras and
What are you talking about, man? I'm ready, dude. I got all the cameras and things. So I just need to learn how to edit better with this thing. I mean, even one of my paramotor videos that I
edit
have
better.
on there.
You just need to learn how to edit.
Yeah, I need to be able to edit. I just haven't played around with it much yet. Now I just got to pick something low cut and sexy. Well, I
Oh.
did wear a bra.
Yeah, you haven't seen that picture. Poor Jade's probably got to go bleach her eyeballs. She saw it though.
No, you know what, Steve? That's your style, man. I'm letting you handle all that low cut, sexy stuff. I'm not doing that. I'd be more like the guy that wants to dress up like Maverick or the Grinch or Santa Claus or something weird like that. Bear tit Steve Minty. Oh my God. Yeah, and my strobe light.
Wally burned his bra.
I don't remember if I put that back in my helmet case or where it's at, but my motor barely has. It's sad. I got that motor in August, and here we are, January of the next year, and my motor has maybe almost 3 hours. 2 of those hours were break-in.
Yeah, it works.
Then I got a 30-minute flight, and that's it.
Click that link that Dolores just put in there, but shield your eyes. But you click that link. It's safe.
What do you mean it's safe? There's me in a bra. This was the thing, right? Munchkin said that bra wouldn't fit me, so I had to prove that I could wear that bra, and I was quite wasted at the time too.
Just a little bit.
I haven't had anything to drink at all tonight, which is very unusual. I just hadn't had time to get up and go make one, honestly.
Yeah.
We are both in the same house, CDC. She's upstairs, I'm downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can buy a house and be in the same house also.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Hi, Linda.
It's leaking. Whoa. Why is it leaking, DeMillan? Are you using the stock tank? I'm just wondering. So she just got her Cthulhu, and she said it's in the naughty corner for leaking. I mean, mine, you can see. Wait, let me get to a screen where I can see what I'm doing. It does have some condensation on. You can see it on the actual, but it's not that much. I don't know how bad yours is leaking. This has been sitting for a while though, so it's probably going to leak. Oh, the stock RBA. Well,
this is where my job is, Eric. I grew up here. My family's here. My sister, my daughter, my grandkids, my mom.
Wait, is this the stock? Let me find. I think, yeah, this is the stock one, right, DeMillan? Look, it's still full of juice. It's just been sitting here on my desk. If we have to, we'll take this apart and build it right now. I don't want you to have a leaky Cthulhu. That should not be a problem at all. I don't like the stock one, but I don't like the stock one, but I'll do it just because I mean, it's not that. I will rebuild that right now.
Laura said, please rebuild that. That looks gross. Wally said, just put it in the corner and be done with it.
All right, I'm taking out the 520 tank, which is a way better tank, to be honest with you. But let me clean all the Cthulhu up. I was really surprised. Oh, do you know?
No.
That this, the VI class is only like $35 on Vapor DNA. I don't know if they have any left, but these are only $35.
That's not bad.
That's a good price for these. And that mod that we bought from Steam Crave, that weird one that his name's not Dave. Dadgummit. Why can I never Dave Lloyd. Yeah.
Dave Lloyd, yeah.
Okay, so it is Dave. We both bought, it's called the Meson or something like that, MESON, I think. They're sold out. They're all gone. So if you go to Steam Crave's website right now and look for the Meson AIO.
Why would they do that if they're all gone?
Well, they had them on sale, but all right, this is the thing. Chinese New Year happens between the 15th and the 29th.
Yeah.
They haven't shipped them yet, so If they don't ship them in the next 2 days, we're not getting it until after the 29th of January
I
when they
thought
come
Dave
back.
said that they were gonna ship.
I don't know. I got to go clean this out. I will let Katie talk to y'all for a second. I'm gonna go because that looks very nasty. It's still full of juice. It's not leaking, but I'm gonna build this. Well, because it failed. Have a seat and talk to the folks. Microphone's right there.
Mom, your background looks fucked up.
That's our budget. What do you mean it's fucked up? It's our new house.
Y'all want to see?
You don't like it?
Want to see the tattoo I got for my birthday? LOL.
No. Yeah, what? Let's show. They can't hold it up there. Now, is it just me, or does it look like it's off center in that photo?
I think it looks off center because the line that he did for the half and half goes a little bit over to the right.
Close
Thank you,
enough.
Scott.
Steve.
But yeah, I think the half and half, because it's supposed to be like half realistic and then half like geometrical sketch kind of.
Well, show them the wolf you drew. That's modeled after.
I've shown them before.
Yeah, but not everybody has seen it, and I think it's cool.
I gotta find it.
I don't know. She's one of them psychopaths that doesn't bother her. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
What are you talking about? It did hurt like fuck. Oh, Dolores. It hurt
Okay,
very well.
Never mind.
But
It
my
hurt very well.
my need to not look like a bitch outweighed the pain. Hold on, Steve. I gotta find this.
Yeah, we swear a lot. So. Yes, it's the baby bee or the queen bee.
It is supposed to be, yeah, baby bee. Aw, daughter queen bee. It's supposed to be a carpenter bee.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf picture? No, I have not.
Yeah, I saw that one, and there's a lot going on in that bathroom. Dire thing.
See, there's proof.
Yeah, well, Steve apparently was surprised. I don't.
Here is the wolf Mom is talking about.
What are you trying to get? No.
So, I drew that.
Hey, Mick. Yes, kids like flavors. They do. Yeah, I think that's cool. You should have got that one.
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah, that one would be cool.
And then
She drew that one.
I started an owl, but I haven't finished it. I'll show you my owl. Like I said, it's just the start, so.
No,
Eric said you're drawing his
She's
next
drawing my
tattoo.
next tat. Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, you could probably get paid for stuff like that, designing them.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he shrunk and his voice has gotten a little bit higher.
Scuba.
That's right on the edge. Don't spill the liquor. That's alcohol abuse.
Who are you talking to?
Scuba?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Where the hell?
Yeah, Mick, that one would probably have to be done in like multiple sessions, though. You know. Yeah, DeMillan, are you near any of that crazy ass flooding in California? What's going on over there?
30 minutes.
Water everywhere.
Okay. This is one I've started but have not yet finished. Hold on, I gotta let it. So it's an owl. Half of it is normal owl and the other half is like mechanical.
No, we can't see that. Okay, there we go. Now it's coming in. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool, though. Jade wants to know if you can draw flamingos.
I'm sure it could. I would say steampunk is more of a recent thing. I think the whole half and half kind of thing is really cool. But I'll be honest, I'm more of a I need to look at it's a it's an owl. I need to
Woo.
look at something to draw it. Like I can't like off the top of my head very well. But if I look at something and base off of that, it's a lot easier for me.
She wants a devil flamingo. I can't draw for shit. I don't know where she got that talent from, but I can barely draw a stick figure, so I don't know. Her dad is not talented either, so I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I don't.
They both say that, but I remember being younger and, being in restaurants when I was younger and doodling on napkins. They'd doodle with me, and their doodles did not look bad, so.
I think you are mistaken.
No, you did like a spider web and a cool tree or something like that. Seriously, if she learned how to ink, she could make fat cash. I have a tattoo machine.
I can draw a tree.
Now, I'll be honest, Eric. I went and got this tattoo today, and the guy gave me a bunch of shit for tattooing myself and tattooing my husband. He said, it's a lot easier teaching you how to do things the correct way instead of trying to reteach you, like, take away the things you've learned that are bad and reteach you the correct things. So,
do you have a picture of your otter that you tattooed on Patrick?
I can try to find it. Scuba is back, so you gotta give me a second.
Okay. She tattooed an otter holding a machine gun onto her husband. It looks like a sketch that you would find on a desk or something, but it amuses me because it's an otter holding a machine gun.
Okay. I do have the little rebuild guy here. I don't know where the little 510 adapter thing is. I bet you it's right there though.
I don't know.
Let me grab this. Hopefully it's in here. It is, yay! Because how else I was gonna dry fire this thing?
We're not supposed to put your generator in the garage, John Q.
This
Well,
is the
not while
otter
it's running,
holding
at least.
AK I did on Patrick's leg. Give it a second to. So that is fully healed. That is a year later.
I think it's cute.
The thing with that is, Dolores, you can't necessarily go to school. You have to find a tattoo shop that has a tattoo artist within it that would like an apprentice. Like, that's about it.
Yeah, and I mean, they finally, around here for a long time, there weren't many tattoo places because zoning wouldn't allow it. So they have lifted the zoning in a lot of places to now there's a couple more. But mainly there was two. There was Army Navy Tattoo and then
Blue Horseshoe. Jesus Christ.
Shit,
Right,
what was
yeah,
the
it's
other
got a
one
lot of
named?
black
Army
stuff built up
Navy,
on
and
it.
then there was another one right down the road.
Did you catch
I
on
can't
fire?
remember. Now there's a lot of other different ones that are out there. Blue Horseshoe Tattoo and stuff like that. But for a long time there was two.
I went to a place
There was
called
two tattoo
Rocksteady.
shops. That was it.
Rocksteady is the name of the place she went to. All right, I got it ready. Y'all ready for this?
Not all of them. Some of them. I mean, yeah, that one I thought was stupid.
I have to keep interrupting Scuba, so sorry. Dolores,
But that was an old one.
Dolores, the artist that I was actually talking to, we talked for a few minutes before we started the tattoo, and I told him, like, I have my own machine, I've done stuff, and he gave me shit about it in a very nice and lighthearted way, and then as he was doing the tattoo, it was like, yeah, I'm dabbing it, not wiping it, so the stencil stays there, and not that I'm giving you any tips,
But I totally am.
yeah, he seemed very sweet. He was like, if you want to do it, go about it the right way. He didn't openly say, like, yeah, I'd like apprentices, but I still need to get a decent portfolio before I would even try to do anything like that. I only have, maybe 6 or 7 pictures to base off of, which isn't anywhere near enough.
No, but the otter holding the machine gun is pretty cute.
All right, back to the building cam. Or let's try to go to the building cam. Wow, Boots came over here to see what was going on because she's here.
Yeah.
So I have, this is the stock little RBA that comes with the Cthulhu. The main thing you want to do on this is you have to make sure that these little wicking holes on the side are full of juice, because practice on a
Put a
scuba.
volume slider on his.
Put too loud on my arm. Hey, I'm glad you got good speakers or headphones there, Mick. That's the whole thing, man.
Hello, Stina.
Tina. All right. So I think this is only like a 2.5 millimeter coil. Now I don't know what size you have on yours, DeMillan. You can barely see the gap in between that coil. You can't even really see it, actually. There's probably some crudge under there. Why is it not showing up?
Yeah, it's not zooming.
It's not showing up very good. Let me try to focus it.
Focusing.
Focus that area.
So while we were driving around looking at houses the other day, we weren't necessarily in a ghetto part of the road, but there was people walking by, and I was trying to clean off my window because the glare was blinding the shit out of me. And some dude walked by and just said, "Wax on, wax off," and started laughing and kept walking.
Okay, I made it far enough where you can see it now, but barely.
Oh no, Tony. You never put batteries in your pockets with shit. Battery cases, or you explode.
Yeah, don't do that. Bad. Don't do that. All right, so now you don't want to use too much wick, because too much wick is going to make this thing give you dry hits.
Battery
but you
cases
do want
are
to use
important.
enough for that size coil. And like I said, I think this is actually a 2 millimeter coil. Now that I'm looking at it, instead of 2.5, I have to use a little less cotton than I normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can go down just a little bit. If you make it too thick, it's not even going to slide through there. And DeMillan has put her mod in the naughty corner because it leaked. And we can totally avoid that leaking thing. So, I don't know if you can see how, that's about how thin this is. Let me pull it tight. Gonna make this go through here like this. Boom, there we go. And the easiest way, I guess you would mark this, is you're gonna pull this down where you know it's gonna make it into this hole that's on the side. So if you come down here and just kind of mark, you can mark it with a fingernail or something, like right here. Put a line there so you know where to cut it. You lift this back up and you cut it right there on that line. Boom. Same thing on this side.
I don't need eyebrows tattooed. I have eyebrows.
Put down. I can see where my fingernail was poking into there. There we go, just like that. I'm going to fluff this out lightly. I'm not going to do too much because you want that cotton. If you don't put enough cotton in there, that's when you get flooding, like DeMillan's getting, and then you have a Cthulhu in the corner. Bad Cthulhu. Now, what you want to make sure of is when you're putting wick down into this hole, that it actually goes down in there and fills this hole completely. If it only halfway fills it, the best way to do this is look on the bottom right here.
You always want to fill your hole completely.
You got to fill the hole completely. That's what she said. So you got to make sure that this wick goes all the way across right here. I know it's not showing up good on camera. That's about as good as this camera focuses, I guess. But I could zoom in and it would look a lot better, honestly. The whole camera just froze, it looks like. Let me fix it. Let's go to 1.2 zoom. That's almost it. But you can see that the cotton's filled up that spot. That's what you want. If there's a gap there, should it stick through a little? No, you don't want it to stick through, DeMillan. If it goes through, it's too far. It can, but I would suggest not to let it stick through. You want the rest of that cotton up higher. So if it's sticking through, what I do is I go down here and I take my little needle nose or whatever I got and push it back up into there. That way I know that the bottom is covered.
Oh boy, Mick. Yeah, I'm not there yet. Dolores says you don't have to go through all that debate. He just likes making things look complicated. Yeah, he does.
No, this is the thing, right? She built it
Yeah.
and it's leaking, so yeah.
Your tweezers are taking the focus, so move your tweezers.
My tweezers like focus.
They do.
Focus down your son. So there we go.
Excuse me.
That is sticking out a little bit on this side. This side is kind of puffing through. But she made me move everything, so now it's messing up.
Oh, I forgot. So like we're walking around that house, right? And we come around the corner and my agent is like, "Guys, I don't want to freak you out or anything, but right over there, it's either a dead bird or first she said it's a bat." And I was like, "What? A bat? Where?" And I went over there and she's like, "It's dead. It's either a dead bird or a bat." I took a picture of it. So I reached down and picked it up. It was a piece of bark. And she's like, "Oh my God," I even zoomed in and took a picture. So it's a piece of bark. She thought it was a dead bat. I don't know how she thinks a dead bat and a piece of bark look the same, but I don't spend any hours a day CDC because I give it to him. He can usually replace my coils and wick my tank in 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15.
Yeah.
It's only as fiddly as you want it to be. I mean,
the other thing about when you wick this, your wick is going to sag a little bit once you get it wet, so you can finagle the cotton in there a little bit more.
Right, Chunky?
So now that I got this wet, we can go back and readjust everything, make sure, because
excited.
You got to make sure this is pushed in good or your top's not going to close down. So I got this pushed in good here. The bottom's flush. That looks good for this side. So I got the top completely full so no juice can seep through there. And then on this side, I think it's already done. Yeah, it's pretty much done. So that's it. And then we need to pulse it a couple times. Make sure we don't have that nice cotton taste when we first vape this thing. There we go. Now, getting this son of a gun back on here. Well, let me take this loose first, because this does need to go on there. Just unscrewed the 510 adapter. I'm going to take this guy here, seal this up. Now, are you getting leaks right here, DeMillan, around this part? This part here? If it is, make sure you put some juice, like just take you a drop of juice right here.
What?
And go all the way around this seal.
Shit on the floor.
All the way around this seal, because if this is dry, it tends to let liquid bypass it, and then you'll get leaks. Especially if you've just cleaned this thing off, then it's dry. So you want to get that nice and wet and then put it all back together. Why is that not going back together good? Turn it around. That's better. Now it's sealed in there. It even squeezed out some juice. How tight that fits. So then you take your little airflow ring, which you don't even need this thing, to be honest with you. There's no reason to put this thing on here, honestly. I think it does screw all, but... All right. So there's the Cthulhu tank built. Now we're going to fill this thing up and see if it leaks juice all over the place. If it does, I have failed, and don't listen to me. Hopefully I didn't fail. If I did, then I try again, I guess. All right. So Hallie wants me to fail. I don't think I'm going to fill it up, but I'll put a good bit in here.
I'm going to beat the fur off this fucking dog. She just pissed on the floor right in front of me.
Okay, that's more than enough juice there. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's at least halfway full. See it now? It's way up there. Yeah, we're gonna have to. My dog's getting old, and now she'll just pretty much just squat right in front of you and pee or poop. It's getting bad, guys. So take the Cthulhu. Make sure that your fill port is pointing towards you. Don't put it in the back, or you won't be able to refill your tank without pulling this out. Take your drip tip dealy-majigger and screw this down. I think that's as far as it's going. Let me make sure we're getting a reading. Yeah, let's make sure we're getting a reading. With a battery in there. I forgot. Haven't used this one in a while. The positive goes down. Yep, we're showing 0.55. Oh, y'all can see that really good. At 35 watts, which is where I had it set before, so that must be about right. It is firing. I hear it. Let's make sure everything is completely clear. We will check this again in a minute to see if it's leaking. How about that? I don't see any juice on there, right? So we can check this again in a minute and see if it's leaking at all. Cthulhu done. Let's go back to the main camera here. And she took off. Oh, she's doing something.
Why is he in an 8-ton tower?
Let me see this. Now it says check atomizer. That's funny. The top is not tight. Let me fix that. It's a little loose. Did she just disconnect? What in the world? There we go. The top wasn't tight because I just turned the drip tip. That's not enough. You have to actually physically turn that one. So there we go. Now we're showing the corrected ohm. I think it's 0.43. Let me go back to build cam so y'all can see this. See, I'm not pulling your chain. You're very welcome, DeMillan. I mean, anytime I can help. See, 0.43. There we go, at 35 watts. And it's firing now. I just didn't. You got to make sure that you tighten this down because this is what grounds the whole unit. If you don't tighten that down, it's not going to fire. So there we go. You can see it's firing now. Go back to the main cam again. We don't know yet about the fail. We have to see in a few minutes. She wants me to fail. Hey, Angela. Woo! That's kind of warm. Let me go down to 30 watts. That was pretty warm. And that actually does not taste bad, DeMillan. I'm surprised. Oh. Why does the Cthulhu taste so good? Why? Even with this stock atomizer in there. I prefer the 520 mainly because you can change all the airflows out in it. They're harder to find now than they used to be, and they're not cheap. But the stock one will get you by. I mean, at least it comes with one. A lot of the other AIOs don't even come with one. That new Steam Crave one comes with a regular build deck and a mesh build deck, which is pretty cool. Got to be nice to dogs. They're, after all, they are gods, because dogs spelled backwards is God. Just be patient. Yeah, I got you, Tony. Yeah, I mean, the Chihuahua that I have she's very old at this point. She's got to be 15, 16 years old. There's Dave. They're all sold out. Did you see that, Dave? Every color is sold out on Steam Crave's website. Every color. So you and I are lucky that we bought one. We probably won't get it until after the Chinese New Year unless they ship it in the next 2 days. But we still got one coming at some point. I'm sure all the reviewers will get theirs and rave about it, and then they're going to be sold out or have to remake them. But did you kill Bella? No. Oh, did you kill Bella?
No, I didn't kill Bella.
Okay.
She's down there with you, but...
Oh, there she is. Y'all want to see Bella? Hold on. Come here, Bella. Here's Bella. See how old she looks? Look at her cataracts in her eyes. She can't hardly see anymore. Little chihuahua.
Little asshole chihuahua.
She don't like being held at all. See, she's trying to get away from it. She does not like being held. But I've had her a long time. She looks 20. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, you can get back in your chair.
Steve, I'm gonna show you one video.
I'm more of a cat person.
Show me a video.
Yep, how to get them to hit the last rep every time.
How to get them to hit the what?
Oh,
Yeah.
that ain't right. That ain't right. You also got the TMD Burrow that takes stock calls. It's a leaker. I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. DeMillan, I mean, when in doubt, check all the seals for sure. Especially on new stuff. You just got this brand new. Make sure you grease those things with some e-liquid, because what'll happen is, especially if you put it together without juicing it first, it'll rip the seal and you won't even know it. So it'll have a crack in the seal, which lets air in there. It's the same thing as taking a gas can and opening the lid and then putting a puncture hole so air can get in. It just flows right out. If you turn a jug of water upside down, it pours out kind of like ba-doop, ba-doop. It kind of bubbles. If you put a hole in the top to where it can get air, whoosh, it'll pour right out. That's the same way the tank works. Once you have that leak to where it can come through, it just pours out. So double, triple check your seals. I know all them tanks come with spare seals. If you have any doubts whatsoever, change the seal. And then if it's not the seals, then you want to look at your wicking to make sure it's done right.
Well, she literally went out to pee an hour ago. So, I mean, she didn't have to go bad enough to where she pissed on the fucking floor.
I don't know if this has been long enough, but it's not leaking yet. So I'm just...
And I'm more of a cat person because dogs are needy as shit. Cats will just do their own thing.
It almost...
Get home,
This
they're
almost
like, oh,
feels
hey,
like...
what's up?
I'm vaping too hot. I'm having to keep turning this down. It doesn't wick as good as I would like. I'd like to use less wicking, but if you go too low on it, then you get the flooding like DeMillan had. So you have to... There's a fine balance on this stock tank that you have to find with the wicking. You put too much, you get dry hits. You put too little, you get flooding. So you got to find the middle. What? Pet Pampers?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. She ain't gonna like it, but...
I don't give a shit. But the problem is I'm not home with her during the day. So somebody else is going to have to make sure she's wearing them and takes them off when they take her out and then puts them back on her.
DeMillan, honestly, now I can't say that mine don't do that. You saw when I first showed it to you, it had juice on it. But
yes, it would, Tony. But damn,
this thing is leaking even now, and it's
you?
because this wick that's in here has been in here for about 3 or 4 months. So you can see juice all over the side right here. That anytime you let it sit for a long time and that wick breaks down, yeah, it's gonna leak.
Yeah, kind of, Wally.
I need to redo the 520 too, but the 520 is way better.
Stopped asking to go out.
Exactly.
You know, she doesn't go to the door and bark. She'll just go shit on the floor.
I try to take her. I mean, but when we're doing a show, I mean, you know, I try to take her out as much as I can.
I took her out right before we came on. It was literally an hour ago.
And right before you came on, when you brought her in, she shit on the floor.
Yeah. Which probably wasn't even all of it. Have we found a house yet?
Angela.
We found a couple of really nice ones, Angela, but we're getting beat out by offers that we can't beat.
Yeah.
I mean, the
we've
houses
got
are gorgeous, and they're in our price range, but then somebody comes along and goes, hey, we got big money pockets, and offer way more than the value of the house. And I'm like, we can't touch that.
We'll pay cash or, whatever it is that they're doing.
Did you see Katie's beaver art?
Not yet. They can't really start looking. I mean, they've been looking around, but they can't really do anything serious until taxes come back. I tried to file our taxes last night, and the IRS in the state of Virginia is not accepting returns right now. So I'm just waiting for the email to come through that says, okay, you're good, you could submit, and I can log back on and just hit the button. They're all done already.
John Q, I don't show my beaver art to
20 minutes.
anybody.
You don't show your beaver?
My beaver.
Her
My beaver art.
her beaver art. I'm
No, we haven't found a place yet.
Yeah, you froze. All I heard was, I don't show my beaver.
That's about it.
Yeah, Angela, I've had that feeling for the last couple months now. I mean, she's still going strong. The other dog I had before I even left Georgia, you know, I did a show about her. She passed away quite a while, but she died from cancer. So that's a whole different story.
Angela, Bella still seems like she's still there. It's just the whole bathroom thing. And I mean, sometimes she still lets you know. It's just other times she's like, oh, fuck, too late.
Yeah, and then you got to stop her. I don't want to be mean to her, but it's like, come on, man, you're right by the door. Why is she frozen? What the heck?
We've thought about doggy diapers. The only issue is she doesn't walk around once she has it on. She's just like, oh, well, this is wrong.
I know she's not frozen in. Why is your picture not moving? I was like, what the heck is she? She's like, well, with her eyes closed. And now she's coming back. Well, there you go. Okay.
It keeps saying my connection's unstable. The show was spinning.
Yeah, it did that to me the other day when I was trying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why that computer's doing it. And we don't have backup laptop.
I knew where the laptop went.
Most of my cats have died from cancer or stroke. That sucks, Dave. All these cats are healthy, by God, I'll tell you that. And we got a couple of squirrels that we've been feeding on the back porch, and they'll come right up to the door. They're like,
John Q.
Where's our nuts, man? Where's our nuts?
Oh, God.
We've been feeding the squirrels?
Yeah, I've been feeding the squirrels, so they come up to the
Remember
door.
that bar mix that we got that was no good? That I didn't. So
are you trying to get a Richard and Maxine?
I don't want to bring the squirrels in the house. No. Mm-hmm. They can stay outside. That's fine.
Hallie does.
You're just trying to torture the cats.
Eric, just don't pee in the middle of the living room floor.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not one of those guys that gets drunk and then goes in the closet and pees in there. I've never done that.
My dad did that. Well, actually, he peed in his own slippers, but yeah.
Or pee in the sink because I couldn't figure out what was a toilet or what was a sink. I've never done that. I'm thinking about
my dad,
this.
He wasn't drunk, but he accidentally glued his butt to the bottom of his tub.
Oh, Lord. Not drunk.
Not drunk. He was sober. Now, Michelle's ex-husband, Mike, accidentally cleaned his contact lenses with, was it toothpaste or mouthwash? I can't remember. But, yeah, that got his attention. I'm not going to kill the dog either. It's just irritating because I put puppy pads down and she'll like pee on the edge of the puppy pad.
She knows y'all are talking about her.
She is because she's an asshole.
We all love the dog, as annoying as she is. You're just going to have to wait it out.
Do we really?
Marcus, well, everybody wants to know, did we buy a house? We are trying, Marcus. We are trying. Everybody and their mama seems to run to the house that we pick and buy it before us. It's almost like we're getting internet spammed. It's like
she had a heart attack, John Q.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Where?
Lisa Marie Presley.
Oh yeah, Lisa Marie Presley. Yeah, she died yesterday.
Is that a famous person or someone in y'all's groups?
That's Elvis Presley's daughter.
Oh.
I was gonna say, you don't know who Elvis Presley is? I'm getting way too old.
I know who Elvis Presley
is.
Well,
I mean, Jeff Beck was old as shit though, so
children.
You know.
Diabetes.
See, I thought about that too, Deweese, that she might be diabetic, but I don't know.
Yeah, she might just be old. Well, I mean, she was an asshole before, but you know, I don't know. I think it's old and she's an asshole.
when Scuba first moved in, he said, Bella doesn't really like that many people, but he liked us, or she liked us. So.
She's weird. Like, if you try to force yourself on her, she's not going to like you. But if you let her come to you, she's cool. Especially if you got food, that dog be your best friend. She's like, hey, what's up? You got more food?
I mean, she likes the kids, too, because they give her snacks. She's okay with
Rip
one of
Bella
the cats.
if you pee in the house again.
Right?
It is getting rough, man. That's why I'm hoping we get a house with a fenced-in backyard where I can just say, be free out there. And then she can come in after I know she's done all her business, give her plenty of time, and then she'll be fine. And then, every couple hours, just let her back out. Or teach her to use a doggy door.
Put a gate up and
I don't know if she'll do that.
or in the kitchen or something.
That's still going to be dependent on the house. A couple of houses we found did have doggy door. Matter of fact, Fox Hill had a doggy door.
Yeah.
I think. Or was that the other one? I don't know.
One of them had a doggy door. I don't remember.
How's the flying fixed wing going? Well, I don't have a fixed wing. I wish I forgot about Ken Block.
Who's that?
Ken Block, for those that don't know, he's like the ultimate drift dude. Was, yeah. You've never seen where he drives like the monster,
live, John
what do they call that? The Hoosier monster? I can't even remember the name of the freaking Mustang that he had. But he would drift that thing like around people and all kinds of stuff. He was really good. He was really a rally car. Yeah, I mean, but he could drift his butt off, Creed.
Not apparently on a snowmobile. Oh, I think we've seen him.
Yes,
before.
the Hoonigan. Thank you, Scott. I couldn't remember the name. I knew it was Who something. Yeah, the Hoonigan, I think is what it's called.
Didn't we watch a bunch of videos with him?
Yes, that
was
was Ken Block. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, he made money like hand over fist. He could have just
Jeremy
retired.
Renner ran himself over.
But he was one of those adrenaline junkies that
Oh yeah, the Gymkhana. That's what we watched.
Yeah.
That crap. Yeah.
My dad made me put it to sleep. What? Marcus, I hope you're kidding, man.
Yeah, I mean, you use what you got.
Can Nightbot play the music that you're talking about? Okay. Jade, Nightbot can play music, but the problem with it is people could request music that's not royalty free. I got to figure out how to go in there and edit it to where, why is there a red circle in the, never mind, that's the other camera. I got to figure out how to edit it where people can't play music that's, going to get me a copyright strike. Royalty-free music does suck for the most part.
I mean, he's still alive, so I don't know who Anthony
you got it?
is, but
Yeah,
he
see,
tried.
like, now this is what I want you to be able to do, Jade. So, like, if I type this in chat, which is going to be wrong now because I haven't adjusted the date, but when you type a command, now, see, that's why I was telling you to add command. You were the only, the bot answers me. So it was saying a go because we've already passed Christmas. But see, yours comes up and just automatically says it. Now, I have it triggered. Yeah, okay, now y'all are typing. So I could type, I think speed is one of them. So like if you put exclamation point guest, y'all are doing too many commands. The bot's like, help me. Oh my God.
People hug dongs.
I didn't even get to do speed. I think speed's one of the commands. I don't even remember. I've done so many of them.
Yeah, but his used to make motorcycle noises. But
that was a different program.
Yeah, that's the guy that pinned himself between his car and the wall. Yeah.
There's another program I have that runs off of my Stream Deck that when you type a command, it plays that song or plays that sound bite. Now that you could do, but you need a Stream Deck. You don't have a Stream Deck, do you, Jade? They're not cheap.
Not yet.
But if you have a Stream
You
Deck,
know what's next on her list.
you can go and add all kinds of stuff. And then there's a program that you run, and when people type it in chat, it automatically plays that through there. If you don't fly and done looking at houses, we can have another bot lesson. No stream. What
No,
did you just say, Jade?
Not streaming dick, Jade. That's against YouTube terms of service. Stream deck.
Damn, Jade. This is a PG-13, 18 show. 21?
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all
hey, we successfully robbed you.
I hate when y'all rob me.
That's 2 in a row. Yeah.
So now the thing that you see going on now, that's Dire Thing made that himself. So Dire Thing runs another bot is the one that I used to have a bot that did all the coins and stuff. They pretty much retired that bot. It no longer works. So Dire Thing made it himself, and it does the same thing that old bot used to do.
I don't.
Me either, Dire Thing. I don't need to do that. How many people are under 40 in here? Well, Breeze, Dolores. I really don't know how many people are under 40 that are in chat. Most of the people that watch me are probably somewhere in that language. Wow. In that area, yeah. Is there a spinny wheel?
No, there's no spinny wheel because there is no shippy wheel. All right, Lurdan is 37.
Oh, Lurdan's 37. There you go. And Dave is older than me. Damn. You know, that really hit me kind of hard when they said that Lisa Marie Presley died of a heart attack, and
you hush, Eric.
And she's 54 and I'm 54. It's like, dang.
Well, I'm 40.
Well, I just told my age, so there you go.
I'm 45. I'm 45, right? 45.
I don't know.
I think I'm 45.
You're younger than me. That's fine.
According to the online vape shop, you're 38. There you go. Yeah, I don't like when you have to choose your age and it's like spinning the wheel on fucking Wheel of Fortune now. Or what's that other one?
The Real Truth comes out.
What's the damn one where you spin the wheel? Not Wheel of Fortune.
What do you mean?
Price is Right. Yeah.
Oh, that way. There's a lot of them where you spin the wheel. I mean, hell, even Joker's Wild, you spun the wheels.
You're talking about shit, and I just said it. Price is Right. There you go. My brain is just. See, you know why I picked the agent that I picked? Because after she got off the phone, whatever company this is that schedules showings, she hung up and said, God, it's so hard to be nice to stupid people. And I'm like, that's why I picked you.
Yeah, because
that right there is why I chose you as my agent, because I love that kind of attitude.
Well, John Q. Of course.
Yes.
I really didn't think we were going to make this show at 8 o'clock because of the fact. Why is your camera out of focus?
I don't know. It's not out of focus to me. I don't know. Whatever Wi-Fi I'm connected to up here sucks. Bad.
There, now it's good. That's why I need to fly. You're right, Tony. I do.
XFML. I don't think I'm on
the
5G.
problem with it now, I mean, I don't know if you've looked at the weather map lately. There's a big storm that's pushing through here all today and tomorrow. We have anywhere from 20, I think the wind today was 23 miles an hour, and tomorrow it's going up to 30 or 40 miles an hour. That's too much to fly in, man. Can't fly yet. Plus, it's still cold outside. And it's 41 now. If it's below 50, I really don't want to go out there and even think about it. Flying, honestly. we get up to around 55 to 60, I'll be out there. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep losing my connection to Zoom and to chat, and I don't know what's going on.
We'll fix that. I don't know why it's doing that. I thought we had your computer hardwired, but maybe not. Are there any flying clubs near me?
I mean, I honestly don't know at this point in time. I have no idea.
DeMillan, there's a Virginia paramotor group, but none of them are close to me. Most of them are over towards the Richmond area, which is like what, an hour and something from here. Corey flies over there. There's another guy that we saw pictures of flying over by Virginia Beach or Buck Row, I think, and nobody knows who he is. But I do have 3 guys that fly locally around me, but I never know. They don't text me when they're going to fly most of the time. When they do, I go. So I go and I try. I've failed miserably the last couple times. That last time where I didn't even put my brakes in my hand was ridiculous. That won't happen again, though. I did that once, and that's enough to me to always check that from now on. I don't know how I forgot that, but I did. I bought wood today. Whoa. So lots of new projects coming. Very nice, Creed. Well, you know, when I go flying, I don't have the desire to go use the bathroom. Usually by the time I'm done flying and I land, which I've only done 3 times, I've never needed to use the bathroom. The only thing I have wanted while I was up there is something to drink. So the last time I had a bottle of water in my pouch on the side, just in case I got thirsty when I went up. Didn't go up, but if I would have had it if I did. Which now I need another bottle of water because that one's gone. I demolished that thing when I ran out of breath. $7,000 on wood. Dadgum, Creed.
That's a lot of Creed's got a lot of wood.
We're about to spend some money on wood too. You want to help out with some wood?
Right? Ours is just formed already.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. But yeah, mid to late
In
30s.
Wisconsin, we just chopped down a tree. I do believe you're over there where Eric and Jade are. John Q. Y'all are all over there with the cheese curds, hoarding them up from
cheese
us.
curd country.
Dire thing, you ain't lying. I went and bought 1 piece of plywood, which I thought was going to be cheap. No. Was it $38 for 1 4x8 sheet of 1/2-inch plywood? I was like, what the hell, man? I was surprised at the price. Because the last time I've done that was back in the 90s, and it was way cheaper then. What would I say is the best mouth-to-lung kit for a mate that has stopped smoking? He smokes 40 a day. Damn, that's 2 packs a day. Mouth to lungs are difficult to... No, you don't want to get something expensive either. What is it? The Eclipse? It has a single coil, I do believe. That's a good mouth to lung. You don't want to buy something like a K-Fun or the what's that other big one that I was thinking about?
I don't know.
Thank you, Cores. Oh, look, I found the Asgard Mini. What do you know? Here's the Asgard Mini. Cores, that time it actually showed up like it's supposed to. Thank you, donation thing, for showing up correctly. A disposable might be a good choice. You're right, DeMillan. Especially if he's just now getting started. All right. Let me try to explain this cloud chucker the best way I can. When somebody is just going from smoking to vaping, it's a real critical phase. if you start them on something hardcore, it's hard for them to go down from that. So, like, if you started them on a tank that blows giant clouds, you can't turn around and hand them a mouth to lung after that because he's going to think it's not enough. So, it's best to start small. And if it's not enough to get them to quit smoking, then you start moving up. So you don't want to buy anything expensive whatsoever when you're first starting because you're trying to find your groove. Not only does he have to find a vape that he enjoys, he also has to find a flavor that he can vape every day, all day without getting tired of it. Because if you get a flavor that you like, oh, it's good, but, and then 2 days you're sick of it, that's not going to work. Finding an all-day vape is probably what's going to take the most amount of time. An all-day vape can take months to years to find before it's something that you like, man, I can vape this all the time, no problem. Some people still, they've been vaping for, 5-6 years, still don't have an all-day vape. They continue to cycle through different flavors. But I think DeMillen's correct on this one. If I was just getting somebody off, and especially if he's smoking.
You may want to finish that sentence.
I'm working. Yeah. If somebody's just getting off cigarettes, let me finish that sentence. And especially if they're smoking 2 packs a day, because 40 cigarettes is 2 packs a day, they're not going to be happy with something that is really low on nicotine. So you have to start them at a higher amount. So those 5% little disposables are probably going to be something that they could use, and it's going to be a mouth to lung experience, and it's going to have enough nicotine in there that keeps them. Yeah, but that's 50. You're talking 50 milligrams on most of these tanks. If you can get 30, even better. You don't want to start really high, but those are nic salts, so they don't hit the same way that freebase nic does. Freebase nic and salt nic are 2 totally different things. They definitely hit different. If you did a 50 milligram freebase nic, it puts you on the floor. So don't do that. Besides Cigar Babe. Ooh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Cigar Babe, 48 milligram that she can drip?
Something
I don't
like
know.
that, yeah.
I don't know how she does that, but
because Cigar Babe is a beast.
These are 5% though, unfortunately, but these are. And I kind of agree with the guy. When they say 6,000 puffs, you cut it in half, 3,000. I would not say this is 6,000 puffs. So whatever they say on these little disposables, and this is rechargeable, by the way. It's USB-C. But I like the way these things vape, and they have some decent flavors. And these are like $14, something cheap to help him get off cigarettes. Millie, I know they sell these at Vapor DNA for like $14. It's better to buy more than one because you're going to pay the same amount of shipping regardless. So I would go ahead and buy 2 or 3 and buy different flavors. So you only have 20 milligram in the UK. Oh, that's right. You can't even buy from Vapor DNA. So if y'all only have 20 milligram, hey Bill, how's it going, bud? We've already did all the paramotor talk. Yeah, your little rechargeable elf bar. There you go, DeMillen. That's what I would do, Cloud Chucker. Find a good disposable that you know, because some disposables just completely suck. That little bitty green one I had that's upstairs now, that's spearmint flavor or something, that thing
You
sucks.
broke up. All I heard was, you sucked.
I broke up? My bad.
My computer is fucked. I don't, yeah.
DIY is the way to go, but somebody that's just getting into vaping is not going to want to get into DIY.
Hi, Bill.
Most people, especially if they're just getting off cigarettes, because this is the thing. They're used to smoking cigarettes, right? All they have to do is pull out a cigarette and have a lighter and they're done. They're not going to want to DIY and look like a professor with PG and VG and nicotine and flavoring. That's not going to happen when they first start out. If they get into that later on, that's fine. But just starting out, no. I don't think DIY is something you do maybe the first year you're vaping, and then you switch over into maybe DIY. The first year, you got to find your groove and try to find your all-day vape, which you need to know your all-day vape if you're going to try to DIY juice. You know, you can try to make something similar to whatever you buy at the store. If you buy a strawberry vape, there's a gabillion strawberry recipes on the internet. That's the other good thing, you know, e-liquid recipes, you can go through there and go, hey, I want a strawberry vape. Boom. There'll be pages and pages, and just go pick one that sounds good, that's got good reviews, and try it. Yeah, I think so too, Scott. Because of the fact that you don't want, that's the mistake I made. Wow. Billy, what is going on, my buddy? Billy is my ex's nephew, something another.
You don't know?
So, what was I saying? Nephew, yes, I know, Billy. I'm old, man. Give me a little credit. So, what was I talking about before? See,
I don't know.
Oh, that was the mistake I made when I first started vaping. So when I first started vaping, the first thing I ever used was a pen that looked similar to something like this. This is a Coil Master. It is not a vape, but it was about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but it looked like a pen, and it had that polyfill stuff in there that was just foam with a weird looking atomizer that kind of looked like one of those steel Brillo pads that you get out of the sink, but it was all brass looking and shiny, looked like gold. So the only juices that you had an option to pick from was regular tobacco, light tobacco, and menthol. That was the three juices. There was no flavors. Regular, light, and menthol. That was the three choices. And they came in little bitty 30 ml bottles, which last forever because those things sucked. So when I first started on that did not cut it for me. So I was trying to be like, I'm like, this could work, but it's just not it's not cutting it. So I went back to cigarettes after I used that thing. And then my son brought over an e-vod, which is just a little starter kit. And I vaped that, and I was like, man, that is so close. It was really close to almost fulfilling my desire to not smoke. So I hit the e-vod, and I was like, man, this is good. The very next day, instead of me trying to find something just a little bit better, which there wasn't as much stuff on the market back then, let's be honest, nowhere near like it is now. The very next day, I went and bought a full-blown mech mod and a dripper. Don't do that. I went and bought a dripper, and I was like, well, you know, I vape 18 milligram or whatever it was in the CE4. Maybe it was 30 milligram. It was high. So the guy was like, you probably want to cut that down, you know, like in half or whatever. I was like, no, man, give me, I think it was 9 milligram or maybe 18. I don't remember what I told him. It was high milligram. And I put it on to drip it straight, and I hit that thing, and I thought I was going to fall on the floor. That was strong, strong, strong. So I was like, yeah, you're right, man. Maybe I should cut that in half. So I remember going down to 12. That's what it was. I ended up going down to 12 milligram on a tank, but not on a dripper. On a dripper, I went down to 6. So on the tanks, I was using 12. So then I eventually got into tanks and stuff and got my nicotine level down to 6 milligram. No matter what I use now, I can do 6 milligram. Now, these little things that are Nic Salt, it doesn't make me crave more nicotine. They just work, so I just use those. Do I take a vape when I fly? Tony, you damn Skippy. I did it on my last flight that I recorded, and I was like, I'm flying, I'm in the air, I'm in the air. Yeah, I vape, but you can't see it because the prop and the wind, it literally goes right behind you. The camera didn't even pick it up because it goes. So I had to hold the mod out, which I did do, but I cut that part out of the video. The video would have been really long if I put my whole flight on there, so I tried to cut it down a little bit, but I'm not a good editor by any means. I need to do that. You can't chew on the plane now? Wow. But you can vape while you're flying a paramotor. I guarantee that. It works. You just won't know that you're done blowing it out because it's gone. It goes. And, you know, if you're vaping something that blows really big clouds, I guess you don't need a smoke machine for your exhaust, right? It's not going to be as much as that. You know, it'll be just a little cloud. The smoke machines that you can get for your paramotor, they put out a lot of smoke. But I do not want to drill a hole in my titanium exhaust to add smoke to it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Maybe if I found a cheap paramotor later on in life, when I'm probably too old to fly, and get one that's used, then I would do something like that.
Paramotor?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
a cheap used one, you know, but it would be just like a backup. I do at some point want to get another wing, just because the Class A wing I got requires so much pressure to turn and so much pressure to flare. That Mac Charger that I flew down in Louisiana, no problems. You barely pull and it turns. I like that. I don't want to have to just to turn, which is what it feels like with that Class A. They're really safe, but they're also really hard to turn. And my arms were in an uncomfortable position. I don't know how to explain it. On the Mac Charger, I was really comfortable down here, and when I want to turn, I just move. That one, I'm more up here, and when I pull, I'm still up in the air. It's kind of like, I can't explain it, but you're very welcome, Kyle Chucker. It just, I don't know. I may adjust the brakes and see if I can get it to a comfortable level. I don't want to go further down, though, because I'm already having a hard enough time flaring. If anything, I need to go up some more, so when I do pull, I flare quicker. Because I'm already way down here, and it's not even flaring, so I got to go past my nipples before it even starts to flare. It's already 10 o'clock? Good Lord.
Yep.
You know what? It doesn't even feel like Friday. We have run around so much this week trying to find a house over and over again, and it's 9 p.m. where you are, Jade. It's 10 p.m. where I'm at. It's getting to the point where we're just like, man, if we can just find something decent, we're just going to get it. But I don't want to do that. What broke a prop? I have not broke a prop.
He said he dips and when he spits, he breaks
Oh.
props. Yeah.
Oh, he spit and broke a pop. I gotcha. I did chip a prop on my very first flight attempt because I jumped in my seat too early. Well, I got scooped in my seat too early, which I think my leg straps were too tight. We didn't go through, I don't think, and double check that they were loose enough. So as soon as I started to lift me, it kind of just scooped me up into my seat. And I flew about 30 feet right down into the ground, which I knew I was going to hit the ground, so I killed the engine, but it was still spinning enough to where it kind of tapped the prop, and it took off like 2 millimeters off the edge of it, and Kyle fixed it. Yeah, Deweese, this is the thing, right? All right, let me try to explain this. When I flew the wing with Kyle, right? Kyle let me fly the Mac Charger 2. On the Mac Charger 2, when I pull to right here, I can feel the wing start to pull and level me out, literally at my shoulders. With the A wing, which the Mac Charger is a Class B wing. The Mac Charger, the Magic that I have is a Class A. So if I go to here, it does nothing on that wing. If I go to here, it barely starts. I have to get way down. Now, the reason Kyle's going all the way down is because when you start to flare and level out, once it slows down, then you flare all the rest of the way, which takes all the energy that's left in the wing to keep you up on your feet so that you can just walk it out, which is the best way. Will a Mac Charger? Yeah, Dolores, there's no compatibility as far as fitting engines. The only difference you have to do as far as wings go is make sure your wing's big enough for your weight. If you're too heavy, like I'm too heavy to fly like a 14-meter wing, it would put way too much load on that wing. So you're very welcome, Talion. So even to be the weight I'm at now, which I'm around 250, 255,
Hi, Brett.
have I ever had a walking landing? DeMillan, I would say the last one that I turtled on was the closest one because I kind of landed on my feet, but I fell to my knees. And then I didn't realize the weight of the paramotor was going to get me. That's when I fell back and my feet went up in the air. So, no, I will say I technically haven't had a foot landing yet. See, Bill weighs 166 pounds. You damn lightweight. I wish I was light as you. Bill, if I get to 200, it looks like I've been smoking crack. My body frame cannot be that light. I'm 6'2", so if I get down, what was the lowest weight? I got to almost 200 pounds, and it looked like I was unhealthy.
It did not.
My arms look like skin. Look, you can see the muscles and stuff in my arms, right?
You could see the muscles before.
No, we'll go back and look when I was 205, and you'll be like, holy crap, you look like crack rock man.
Louise says she's confused about what you expect the wing to do. He's not used to being able to pull as hard.
Yes. That's all it is, Deweese. Look, let's just make it simple. I'll try.
It's too big.
I'll try and make it simple. I'm used to I've only flown the new wing one time. So I didn't really have a chance to figure out where the flare is for that wing. The Mac Charger, I was used to it. That's the wing I flew when I was in Louisiana. So when I got to here, it would level out and then I would wait and then finish my flare. So I came in with this wing into wind. So I'm going into the wind and it slowed me down so much. I was barely moving. And when I tried to flare, it wasn't pulling. So I just kept going. And then I was already on the ground on my knees and I fell backwards. I guarantee my next flight should be a foot landing. I'm going to make sure that I start flaring until I feel it pull, and I'm going to stop right there. And then it's going to level out, and I'm going to wait until it gets close to the ground, then I'm going to pull the rest of it, and I'll be done. Can you adjust your wing to have more sensitive controls? Darn thing, you can, kind of. You adjust the trims on the, you have trims on each side. So the way the way I flew it the one time was trims all the way in, which with the trims are all the way in, your wing flies really slow, but really safe also. When you land, you probably want to pull your trims out a little bit because I didn't have any speed. Speed is your friend when you go to land. So when you come in faster, when you come down faster at a steeper slope, when you go to flare then, you can feel that wing grab the air and level out, and then you just kind of right across the ground. Boom, you're done.
Hello, Michelle.
With the trims all the way in, I was coming in literally like I was falling, like I was just coming down like this. There was no forward anymore. You can watch the video. You'll see how slow I was going when I came. It literally was like I just came in like a feather. I didn't have any flare authority because I didn't have speed. If you don't have speed, you don't got flare authority. Simple as that. So there. You was watching earlier, but it was doing your nails. You're imagining what Tony said. What did Tony say? I'm trying to figure out. Take a wrap. Tony, that is an excellent idea. I think I'm going to do that. The only thing I'm worried about with taking a wrap is I'm going to accidentally pull my throttle. Now, it won't matter if I've already killed the engine. If I kill the engine, I don't mind taking a wrap. But if I'm going to, in the future, if I want to be able to land with my motor on, I don't know if I want to take a wrap while the motor is running because I may wrap it around the throttle and then I'll be full throttle. That would be bad. So I'll have to mess with it. Do I have video? Yes, Deweese. Look on this channel here and look for Soar the Shore, and you'll find it. That's my only flight I've ever done with my new equipment. Good night. You got makeup on? Kind of. Yeah, I only have one flight on that wing. But you can tell how excited I was. That flight was over at Eastern Shore, which is where that event is going to happen in May, which is at the same time Bad Apples is. So I know 90% of the PPG community is not going to go, well, I'm not doing Bad Apples. I'm going to go out to Spring Wing. That's probably not going to happen, but I hope people come to Spring Wing. I'd like to see more people there because it's a cool place to fly. It really is.
Spinny wheels require shipping, and unless we can give something away that will ship for us, it's not happening.
You tried to donate to the show but couldn't figure it out? That's because I wonder if my bot will put it up. Let's see if we do like this. I wonder if my bot knows what that command means. Wins tonight's giveaway. Y'all are funny. See, there you go. If you'd like to donate to this channel, boom. And all that does is, let me see how that works. If you click on that link, it takes you to this.
What?
And you can send a tip.
I can't hear what he's saying because it keeps going in and out.
And you can pick the money, you know, $1. You can do it monthly. I don't know why I would do that, but that's not even my PayPal me link, which I should have that in there because that will work better. But I believe the PayPal link is down in the description of the video, I think. But I could be wrong. I'm not trying to make money. I tried to donate and it said you're broke. Tony, that's right. You're right. What's your username? EricPPGLear.com. I don't know what your username is for Streamlabs. I guess if you don't have it set up, it may not work. Look, I'll get my PayPal link somehow. Let me try something here. Oops. I had it before. I just don't remember what it was. So if I go to any one of my videos here. No, that still shows that. Okay, well, I was wrong. I will find it right now. This thing is going to ask me. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, wait.
I don't know.
I do have my phone because y'all are giving me crap about it. There we go. It's got to send me a code. All right. Let's see. Where's my PayPal link?
Damn, how many fucking cards do you got?
A couple. Send and request. I think it's that. Go to that one.
Eric said, never mind. I forgot to log in. I'm an idiot. Happens to the best of us.
Where's your share your personal print? Oh, share your personal profile. Scuba's Hangout. I don't see my little me link that it used to be in here to get money donated.
Well, click yes, and maybe it's under that.
I don't think it's under cookies.
Good night.
It's under one of these. Who left now?
What?
You said good night. Oh, you're telling. Never mind.
Lillian.
Oh my God, there should be a... Whoa. Set up direct deposit. What is donate? No, I'm not trying to... Oh my gosh. You got me on this. It's not...
Eric says he'll just donate Jade, ship her off to whoever wins. Spin the wheel.
I don't know why it's not showing me my little PayPal link. I had it before. Send request.
Click transfer money.
No, transfer money is not. I know that's not it. Raise money for anyone that needs support. No.
Are you trying to receive it?
Yes,
Go
but
up.
there's a link.
What's the show all under recent activities?
That's
That also
for
says
people
payment.
that somebody just did something.
It says 13th.
Well, thank you, David Lloyd, for sending $10. I'm trying to find the PayPal link for you guys to make life easy. I don't know why it's not.
What about finances?
Why isn't there a search button on this darn thing? I had my PayPal link. I bet you I can find it. Wait, maybe it's in settings. I didn't even think about going to settings. Duh.
Oh yeah.
There it is. There it is.
PayPal.me/Scuba's Hangout.
Yeah, it's simple. Let me go back here. You want that bling? There's my link. PayPal.me, Scuba's Hangout, and that will go directly to me. There you go.
$10 make you holla.
I'm well proportioned for 166 pounds. Yeah, Bill is the spitting image of fitness, guys. I mean, he was just chilling. He can do stuff. I was like, man, I wish I could do some of that stuff. I just need
Jade
to.
said she wants that bling on her show. What bling? Scuba doesn't have any bling.
You didn't hear the bling, bling, bling when he donated money?
No.
Yeah, that's very easy to do, Jade.
Because I'm not listening to the show, I'm listening to you.
So
teach the blonde how to cook, and you'll go places.
So it's through Streamlabs. So my Streamlabs listens on the channel, and when somebody donates through Streamlabs, it puts that bling 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 up there. So you need to go sign into Streamlabs and hook your YouTube channel to it. That way, when somebody subscribes, it'll do that. When somebody pays you, it'll do that. And you have to make sure that, well, you don't use OBS. We're gonna have to teach you how to use OBS, Jade. It's that simple, because you can't put overlays on StreamYard that I know of. Do you know how to put overlays on StreamYard? I don't know how to do it. Share screen to Streamlabs? I can do that. Let me see. First, let me look at where it's at. Okay. I gotta make sure it's not gonna show anything crazy. Log in with, so you go to Streamlabs. Let me grab the link first. So if you're not ready, thanks Bill. So you go right there, streamlabs.com/login. If you don't have an account, you can just log in with YouTube, which will work.
You can
perfect.
always do more, Jade.
So once you sign in, you'll be at your dashboard. Let me show you how this works. Once I can get to a screen where I can show y'all, there we go. Now let me add this screen so y'all can see it. Add window capture, and this, and right there. Okay, y'all should be able to see my Streamlabs screen now, hopefully. Let me go to it. So this is my Streamlabs, and it, wow, somebody just did something again. Let me see. I can't see it now because, let me move it up. Maybe I can do it fast enough. There we go. That shows where Bill donated. So in your Streamlab, you got all kinds of widgets and stuff that you can use. All kinds of stuff that you can do, adding different types of games and weird stuff. I mean, it's mainly set up for like Twitch and all that weird stuff, but let me see if I have my alert box. So the widget URL, this is your alert box. This is the URL you want to copy so that when somebody, see, I can hit test member right now. Boom.
Don't test your member live on screen.
See how that Scuba has become a sponsor? See how that instantly popped up? So this is the URL you want. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse pointer. See where I went to alert box over here on the left. And then I went right here. You're going to copy this URL, which I don't want to show mine because, yeah. But see, I can hit test donation, test subscriber, test super chat.
Yes, no one else has sent us cheese curds, John Q. You are the winner on that. But has anybody else sent you a bag of dicks? Because I'm pretty sure I did. So, I think I got it better end of the deal. John got a bag of dicks and I got a bag of cheese curds. So I win.
So yeah, you can do all stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can change the colors of it. You can do the delay. Oh, you can change the text, the way it looks.
Canadian cheese curds, Dave Lloyd. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I don't have Canadian cheese curds. I would be willing to be a test subject, though.
But you see where it says use the URL in OBS Studio or XSplit browser source. That's the only way I know how to use it, so I couldn't tell you how to use it on StreamYard. But if you have... Wait, that wasn't me that time. Oh, thank you, Eric. I'm making lots of money tonight, man.
He says, I deed it. I deed it.
Yeah.
You still have the bag of dicks. Why didn't you eat the bag of dicks? It's candy. I bought you candy dicks.
Right now it's showing the wrong screen. It's showing how many viewers are watching right now and how long I've been streaming and all that
John
good
Q,
stuff.
when someone makes you angry, just hand them one and say, eat a dick and walk away. I mean, technically you're giving them a piece of candy so they can't get mad, right?
So this is free. You don't have to pay for this Streamlabs stuff. If you upgrade to Ultra, you can do more things. I don't know how much it costs, but yeah, you can sell stuff like t-shirts and stickers or whatever you want. You could do it. And that's why it says test merch. So if you get a link for somebody to buy something and you have it linked into here that way, then when they buy something, it'll pop up and say, blah, 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 just bought a t-shirt or whatever. It's pretty cool. So, all right, let me get this off of here because this is going to drive me up the wall right now. And boom, we're back. All right. Hopefully that kind of shows y'all. Man, thanks for all the... Man, I've never made this much money ever. Unless, well, somebody donated a big amount one time. Gummet course. I don't know if it's just doing... Did I get a 1099 from the IRS? No.
He did. He did last year.
Yeah, I did last year. This year I don't because...
Oh, I think he's meaning from YouTube. He doesn't make enough for a 1099.
No. You're very welcome, Jade. We'll have to go through it because it is kind of complicated. I could show you the way that my I don't think I can show you my... Well, I guess I can. Let me try. Let's see if I can show... That's not going to show this, though. Damn, I can't capture my own OBS screen, I don't think. I want to capture it, but I don't think I can. Let me try to add, let me see. Display capture? That should capture my whole display. Ooh, that probably looks really crazy right now. Yeah, y'all are gonna see. Well, this is my Streamlabs. I mean, my OBS, I'm sorry. So I can see chat over here on the right, which I don't have set up. That's my YouTube channel. I can close that down, actually. That should clear up a little bit, but that looks terrible. All right, never mind.
I thought it was 500, Brett, but Harry says 600, so I'm not sure.
So all these
500.
are your scenes over here. So if I click on a different scene, it's going to, it'll switch, like if I switch to my build cam. Now that you saw go across, that's called a stinger. You can add those.
Was it 600, Harry?
So my audio sources are showing right here. One's from me and my microphone, and this one captures all of the sound from my windows. So whenever she talks, it shows up, or if I get a donation or something, it pops up. The sound goes up right here. All these are different sources that you can add in. So donation, my Zoom, all backgrounds, all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, it's not as complicated when I can show you straight up, but trying to do it through it is kind of hard. So I'm not going to do that. It's too hard to show. This spring I will solo. It will take me about a month to get fuel tanks back from getting them resealed. Oh, wow. Yeah, Eric is getting his full-blown pilot's license. I think he's already got a sports pilot license, I believe, but not the other one, which I'm not real familiar with all those licenses. But no, OBS doesn't capture itself well. You're right, Corey. Oh my goodness, I just want to go out and fly again, man. That's all. And the more I watch videos about it, which I do almost daily, the more fly sickness I get. I have not even soloed yet. Oh, look at there. I'm seeing people take off, and like Kyle O'Glee, he can take off in like 3 or 4 steps because he has the lean down. Well, number one, he's tall, but he's skinny. And number 2, he knows how to lean back really far, which it's scary to me. This is what you have to trust the thrust, right? That's the saying. Even Kyle says that, trust the thrust. When you lean back like that, if your engine cuts off or stalls for any reason, you're going to fall on your back and break the bejesus out of that prop. That's the only thing that scares me. If I wasn't worried about the prop, I could lean back a lot further because I trust it, but I don't trust the motor not shutting off on me and me falling backwards, because as soon as it shuts off, you would fall. I mean, especially if you're running forward, how would you stop it? You get used to it? Well, Bill, that's what I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. I don't mind. Even when I go to take off, I like to lean. I try to lean back because you definitely don't want to lean forward. I know you guys probably don't know it in chat, especially if you don't fly, but if you're running to take off and your body's natural tendency is to lean forward to run. I mean, joggers, anybody you see them, they lean forward to run. You have to go against that, every fiber in your being, to lean back and run. Because if you're leaning forward and you hit the gas on that,
it's going to smash you into the ground.
Your prop is pushing this way and it's pushing you into the ground. So you literally will right down in the ground. You will face plant. Woo! You will love it more and more every time. Bill, I already do love it, man. And I know I'm going to love it more if I get to fly more. And that's definitely happened this year. That's my whole 2023 resolution thing. I'm going to fly more this year. I'm going to land on my feet. Guaranteed. Somehow. Even if I have to get a crane to pull my feet down to the ground, I'm going to do it. But yeah, I do want to fly again. This is the thing, right? So, even on the Factory R, you're supposed to wait 10 hours and then check your plug to see if your plug is burning correctly, right? Too rich or too lean. I don't even have 3 hours. I checked my plug and the plug is pretty black, which means I'm running really rich. But I think the motor hasn't broke in enough yet to really get a good reading off the plug, because it's only went through the break-in and maybe another half hour to an hour at the max. So I have to fly it some more before I can judge my plug. Oh, wow. John Wayne saw you do it? Wow. Get your vape people to fly, just saying. Tony, you know, I would. I don't think a lot of the people in chat enjoy seeing me fly. But
We will live vicariously through
they
him.
don't want to spend the money or the, you know, I mean, it is expensive. A lot of people just don't want to go into the air, which I completely understand too. You have to. It's something you gotta want to do, really.
Well, it's a hell of an investment too for yeah.
What really flipped my lid was yesterday. You know, we know
RS
Aries,
got
right?
somebody else for his file. I checked my plug and my plug was pretty black. Yeah.
You know, we know Aries, right? And Aries amputee, one of his legs is half gone. We watched a guy take off on a paramotor with
No.
both legs amputated.
Half of one of his legs is gone.
Yeah,
Good night,
Aries only has half of one leg gone. The guy we watched take off was double amputee, and he foot launched, which I was like, wow, that blew my mind. I was like, Aries, I don't think Aries wants to fly either, but
Bill said he is in the market for a first-time vape. I don't know if he's pulling your chain or what, but
Bill, hey man, that's what I'm here for, dude. I would have definitely helped you while I was in Louisiana if I wasn't too busy trying to fly at the moment. Me and Bill didn't even get to talk much. It was like, boom, boom, we're out of here, you know, and that was my last day there. So, but, yeah, we can definitely find you something, Bill, if you want to get off cigarettes and vape. What's so cool about vaping, you can vape up there in the sky. You don't have to worry about the lighter going out trying to light a cigarette. You can vape all day long. You can put it on a little tether and just let it hang and just pick it up and vape and just keep on flying, man. You don't have to stop. If it goes dead, you can put another battery in there and keep going. Well, depending on what mods you got, some of them are internal batteries, but you can definitely find something small. I mean, this one's really small. It fits in the palm of my hand, so I can fly with this. There's a million of them. The disposable ones are definitely small enough to go up and fly with. You did NASCAR? Well, it's not really okay, Harry. Flying a paramotor is not really about speed. I mean, you're really technically, most of your cruise speed is only around 25 miles an hour. I'd say between 25 and 35 miles an hour. The only way you're going to go faster than that, like up to 50, is either if you get a good tailwind or if you got a speed bar, which I don't even have a speed bar for my wing, so can't do that either. So it's not about the speed for me. I don't really want to get into the acro stuff. I'm happy with just flying, period. Good night, Deweese. We're about to get off soon too. But oh, Bill reminded you of the Marlboro Man? I guess Bill could remind. Does Bill remind you of the Marlboro Man? No, yes, maybe so. Hello?
what?
Does Bill H remind you of the Marlboro Man?
Not really.
I don't think he looked like the Marlboro Man, but I mean, I guess he could be a Marlboro Man. He looked like, you know, he looked like he could fit in that demographic, kind of, I guess.
I mean, you know,
But
the
hell, so
former
does-
the former Winston guy, Breeze and I met
You're
him
welcome,
in
Linda.
Richmond. David, is it Gorlick? Breeze, what's his name? David Gorlick? Something like that. Yeah, the Winston guy. He's a vapor now that goes to the different events and all that. He's a nice guy.
Flying is spiritual to you. Tony, I completely get it. It's really hard to describe the feeling you get when you go up in the air. It's
You'll
one
need
of
to
the
continue on your personal device.
What's talking?
my watch.
Oh,
It says flying a spiritual to you, Tony. I completely get it. And then it says you need to continue on your personal device. It's my watch is telling me I need to go fly. It says I need to continue on my I
you're getting lectured by your watch now.
my watch says you need to continue on your personal
It's
device.
spiritual because you're praying that you don't die. Well, I mean,
No, it's because I mean when we were kids, well,
yeah.
I probably wasn't so much a kid when Superman came out,
I
but
met Matt Bradley in Georgia, who was so funny. Me and Brimless were standing there, and he walked by, so Brimless walked up to him and introduced himself, and then Matt shook my hand and
Hey,
introduced
Eddie.
himself. Hi, my name's Matt. And I'm like, I know who you are, dude. But he was just standing there all by himself off in the corner. No one was paying attention to him. But he's a real nice guy.
so when we were
Matt
little,
Bradley is
well,
from The Deadliest Catch, for those of you that don't know. But
yeah. Like, well, I guess I wasn't that little when Superman came out, but you know, who didn't want to be able to run into the sky like Superman? And that's exactly what paramotoring gives us. You didn't want to do that. Maybe it's a dude thing. I don't know, but women like to fly too, so I don't think it's just a
no,
dude thing.
but what I did enjoy doing was like jumping off buildings and out of trees like a big cat.
Did
Didn't
you ever
land
try to
near-
jump out of a
Nearly as
tree
gracefully as a big cat. But
or a roof using a trash bag or an umbrella to float
No,
down?
I just jumped.
I've done that. I
Yeah.
was like, I wonder if this umbrella will hold my weight and I can just glide down.
Yeah,
They
no,
don't work. You go down really fast.
We just jumped and we're like, if we bend at the knees when we hit the ground and roll, we'll be fine. And I've never broken a bone, and I've jumped off many a roof and out of many a tree.
It's a dude thing, Jade.
Yeah.
Well,
I like to be on the ground. I like to go fishing, and I like to go camping, and I like to
okay.
look for snakes and
But
lizards
do you
under
or do
logs
you
and
not?
shit. I don't like to eat
Do
myself.
you or do you not enjoy gorgeous views?
Yes,
That's it.
but I don't need to fly to get them.
The
That's
hell
why
you
they
don't. Well, I mean,
No,
okay.
that's why they make mountains. I can go up and look at them from there.
So how far do you got to go see these mountains? Or I could just fly up a couple 100 feet and do the same thing?
But yeah, like Tiger said, Google Earth. I got that out of my system.
Google
before it
Earth.
came out. Uh-huh.
Google Earth. Oh, Eric, that's
Jade,
nice,
Jade, you're
Eric.
gonna let Eric get the big head. I think it's the other way around, right? Yeah. No, the Blue Ridge Mountains are just to the west of us. Take a couple hours, we can go up there.
Oh wait, we have to do
Yeah,
we
Linda
have to
thought
do
that was
another
funny.
check on the mod for DeMillan. Let's see if it's leaked yet. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it's.
with
I don't
Google
think
Earth,
it's
I don't
leaked a
have to worry
drop,
about
DeMillan. Not a single
airspace.
drop.
and jets, and
So,
birds,
Try that
falling
and
out
see
the
what you
sky,
get, DeMillan, if you're still here.
all that good shit. Yeah, I'll do you. You can fly all you want. I'll.
You know
keep
what
my ass
worries
on the
me,
ground.
Tony, and I don't know if it worries Eric or anybody else. I'm scared that when I'm flying and DeMillan, I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm scared that when I'm flying, somebody on the road nearby is going to look up at me and cause a car accident. And I really don't want that to happen. So I try to avoid people, but you want people to see you. You want to be like, wave at them and, but I don't want them to get in a car wreck because they were looking at me either. So it's kind of like, what do you do? Or shoot at you. Yeah. You don't want people to shoot at you, obviously, Tiger, but I don't want to cause any car accidents. So it's better to get out away from people and fly. I mean, I don't want to sit there and try and show off in front of people. I just want to wave at them because I know when I see people flying like that, it's just amazing to see. It looks cool as hell, I think. Jay just flies down the middle of the house. Yeah, I know, right, Bill? Like where we flew at down in Louisiana, that was a great place, man. You didn't have to worry about getting people messed up in traffic or nothing because there's like nothing but farmland out there. It's just really cool place to fly. It was nice. I like that because there was lots. If my motor would have went out there, there was lots of places to land. Lots of places to land, which I was glad that there was so many places to land over there. Naylor Airport. I couldn't remember the name of that, Bill. Thank you. Oh, DeMillan, the PSVR 2. I did want to order that, but I'm not allowed to spend money right now because we're buying a house. So the house is more important than the PSVR 2. So I didn't get it. I mean, the only way I could get that is if I took it directly from my debit card and not a credit card, which I really can't afford to do right now. So I may have to
No,
wait.
because if you're going to spend money on that, we can apply that towards our credit card balances.
Right. Yeah, deer season. You know what's weird about that, Eric, is deer season just finished over here. I don't know where it finished everywhere, but it's supposed to be over here. But yet we just saw some hunters a couple days ago with full gear.
Now,
going.
what makes you think deer season is over?
Somebody said it in Facebook. Deer season ended yesterday, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. So
yeah, but do you follow anybody on Facebook?
I could take it from donations. Corey, I would never go, hey, y'all donate money so I can go buy a PSVR 2. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. $2 from every subscriber. Yeah.
I hear like every other freaking word that you're saying, if that.
We got to fix your computer.
Well, I don't know what
I don't know what's causing it
internet
either.
I'm connected to.
If it's connected to my mesh Wi-Fi, then you probably want to switch back to the other one. The mesh one is kind of iffy right
there you
now.
go. You just went out again. Yeah, it's not mesh.
It probably is dire thing. I'm not even sure because I don't go hunting, so I wouldn't know. All right. I think we've been on here long enough. We got a house to go look at tomorrow. If this house is something we like, I will try to Scuba needs to buy a trike too. That's right, Eric.
No, if y'all want to donate money so we can offer these assholes cash over the fucking appraised value.
Oh
so
yeah, we only need like 10 grand,
right?
Yeah. But yeah. It's fun hanging out with you guys and sharing our own personal stories and maybe help somebody get off cigarettes, which I'm hoping if you are serious about wanting to get off cigarettes now, trust me, dude, nobody's going to look down on you if you decide to start vaping and smoke too. We still have people in chat right now that still dual use. They vape and smoke. And to quote Aries, it's not about the cigarettes you smoke. It's about the ones you don't smoke. Right? Is that right?
That is right.
So, yeah, you have to. Well, if you have to, that's all the better, Bill. I mean, some people can just go to vaping and completely shut down smoking altogether. Other people take a little time. They graduate into vaping. They'll vape some and smoke some.
Isolation, Tony.
The only downfall about trying to dual use is when you go over to just vaping, you go through a period of where you cough up. You will cough up all kinds of nastiness from your lungs that is from the tar of smoking cigarettes. You're going to cough all that out. Within about 3 days of getting completely off cigarettes, you'll start coughing that crap out. Once you get past that phase, you're home free, man. You'll start breathing better. Food will taste better. Food will smell better. You will feel better. Because I remember, man, I smoked a long time. I know cigarettes calmed you down, but they also kind of make you feel like, just kind of like a feeling. I can't explain it. You don't get that with vaping, so. But y'all have an excellent weekend. If we get, there you go, John. If y'all, like I said, if we get this house tomorrow, or if it's something, I'll record it. I've tried to record everything on that 360 so we can get pictures of it, and then y'all can give us a yay or nay. You can't stand smokers? Well, John, what happens with that is if you vape and you're around smokers, when you first start vaping, you will feel that way. After a period of time, it won't bother you anymore. Trust me, I went through it. I couldn't stand to be around cigarette smokers. Now, I can smell a cigarette smoker a mile away, but it doesn't bother me like it used to. When you first start vaping only for a while, I'd say the first 6 months or so, you can't stand the smell of it. You don't want to be around. But after you've been vaping, because I've been vaping for a long time now, it no longer bothers me. I don't know what that period is when it no longer bothers you.
How much do you need to donate for a spinny wheel? The problem with the spinny wheel, Eric, is not the
What are we
giving
gonna
away stuff.
Yeah, what are
It's
we
the
gonna give
fact
away?
that we don't have anything to give away, so it'd be something that we have to buy and then ship. We don't have any merchandise.
Yeah.
We don't have any more bumper stickers. Yeah.
I mean,
Whatever he, yeah. I mean,
if we have to do a
Amazon
spinning
gift
wheel later
cards,
on,
that way we could just say, here's
some
your
other week,
code.
maybe we will. Maybe after we get a house, we can do a
Go
spinning
buy
wheel.
something. But yeah, that shit costs money.
Yes, it does. Ah, giveaway from Northern Lights paramotor gear. Well, what would you like to, what would you like to give away, Eric? I mean,
Yeah.
people may want a t-shirt.
Yeah, all the different flavors just gave me different ideas of food to eat.
Yeah, it would
Like,
take me a
cinnamon
while. It'd
rolls,
be
those
something
sound
I'd have
good,
to
but we
set
gotta
up.
make
If it's something you want to do, Eric, I can
Tiger
do it
says he
next
could use a
week. But
handful of
this
vape
week
bands.
we're about to
Yeah.
get off here. It's too late to do it tonight.
Owl isn't in here, so Tiger mentioned that next time Owl's here, he'll be more than happy to give away a handful of vape bands.
Yeah, I still have some Scuba Nuts and Cock vape bands somewhere. So, and they glow in the dark. They're blue with glow in the dark writing in them. They're pretty cool. But y'all have a great night, excellent weekend, and we will catch y'all next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Peace out. You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? Hello? Can you hear me now? She just left. She didn't even. Good night, everybody.